Well, pitter patter. Let's get at her.
All right, after auditions.
Attention all alert, able, and aspiring adventurers. Action awaits you assholes as advertised across the ages.
Brothers beware.
But baby, buddy boy, bet on blood. Buckets brimming with bright, brutal bleeding because Brachus brings the bad and you better believe it.
Companions. Cool.
Cats, critters, condors, and crabs. Creepy crawlies chittering can chill conditioned combat constitution, containing copious companions except canines. Concerning.
Don't blink.
Death directly delivers decadent and downright delicious doom. Decisions dictate dying done by devils and dumbass denizens despite daily defense.
Education earned.
Experience enters entities enabling external access. Extracurricular events and eating entrails entail excellent and empowering evolutions.
Feeling good?
Failing feels fine, you fuck. Finding fixes for fiendish fails forces features for fortune. Fail fabulously.
Getting beat.
God's damn Godwoken. Got God getting good? Great going, guys.
However,
Happy heroic heroes have headed out, homie. Harsh, hardened, hellbent harbingers are home here.
instead,
Insidious institutions indicate incredible ill. Islands, inlets, homesteads, and industry issue insane images.
journey over.
Just jog, jest, jog, and jeer. Jaded Jezebel, the journey's just jumping off. Just because jaw-breaking jackass is jazzed in? Jokes.
Keep on then.
Karma knows karate kicks and Kempo K-bar kills. The key to karma is to keep kindness. Eventually kidnappers, killers, and keyboard knights get kettled like bad karaoke.
Long con, huh?
Laying low, laboring and leveling, leaving little life left lagging, leaping the ladder and launching from lackeys to leaders. Lowest lows lead to light lofty levels.
Man's in your way.
Many muscular multitudes of magisters make massive magical missile marks. Make merry mischief and massive murders in multitudes. Maybe more mirth and less misogyny next time, mates. Massive miss.
Next time,
Never mind. No next for nasty nerds. Now's the new normal. Nowadays nears the ending night.
objectives,
Ostensibly overwrought and overcomplicated, of course.
plan,
Pretty poor, but powered by pride.
questions,
A quantity, but none high on quality. Quiet quips and quotes, mostly.
resources,
Rip-roaring riptides of riches, rigorously research, rapiers and rage, righteous resolution, and rare resolve.
source points,
Slurp it, store it, save it, send it, 6 summoning skills, spicy spear slams, somehow sucking strength from scrubs, sweet success.
teleport tactics,
These things truly top thousands of tempered, thorough, thought-out tactics. Try throwing things through town to truly taste terror.
underway then.
Until undead uglies say uncle.
Voidwoken though.
Voluminous valor vetoes vexations of the veil. Vital victories put the voidwoken in vices.
Walk on.
War wages, weary and worn. Weak wills won't work. Walk, warriors, wade without worry, wielding word and wand.
Exceptional.
Exactly. Extreme and excessive.
Yep.
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 Zen.
0 zones to zigzag through to the zenith.
They wanna be the God-woken, the one true soul divine. Bam, bam, ba-da, to rise
Every
up
bet gets done
mysterious
tonight.
test, claim power just in time.
Every bit.
We will travel across the land, searching far and wide. These God-woken will understand the power that's inside. God-woken, come on, brothers, all. I know it's our destiny. God-woken, ooh, to the bitter end. In a world we must defend.
God-woken.
Come on, brothers, all. So true. Our courage will pull us through. You help me and I'll help you. God-woken. Come on, brothers all. Come on, brothers all. God-woken.
All right, everybody. Welcome to the D-pad. My name is Jeff.
I am Dave.
And this is what promises to be, because we're fucking committed to finishing it tonight, the finale stream of our nearly endless Divinity Original Sin 2 stream.
Oh god, finally getting there.
Yeah.
We have like one entry in the journal left. And
Yep.
it's like, go do the thing.
That quest log has dwindled down to basically nothing. So firstly, well, before we continue, huge shout outs to Dave, Peter, and Teddy all for the alphabet aerobics that they put together for the beginning of the stream. We had been we've been talking about doing something like that for a while.
I'd do like 10, 12 episodes in, and then I was like, I mean, I have to do it for the last one as it kept creeping up.
Yeah. So we finally got around to it and figured we could, use all the stuff from the game as a whole to do like a little encapsulation recap thing, but it was also apparently very fun to write and record. Well, most of the letters were fun.
Some of them just felt much easier than others. At a certain point, I was like, man, I know a lot of words that start with R. Why can I only think of 3 words right now that start with the letter R? 2 of them
at the moment. Yes, and I hope everybody out there enjoyed those, or at least didn't die during the course of them. Before we fully get going for the evening, we have our last time on. So shout outs again and thank yous to Carnium and Teddy for having recorded those throughout the whole part of the whole of this stream. They've been really helpful and fun. Much appreciated. They did a fantastic job on like a shoestring budget of time and effort. And they've actually helped us quite a huge amount, keeping up with the game and trying to keep stuff in our heads. So without further ado, once again, also credits for Dave for writing the vast majority of these.
Man, I think there were like two or three tops that I didn't end up doing.
I think I may have done 4, but that's out of like 40 streams.
I have no idea.
Yeah,
but no, it was fun to do, and like once I started doing it every time, I was like, all right, committed. Here we go.
Yep. We are gonna try to do something at least with all of the back-to-back last time ons.
God, it'd be like a 3-hour thing. I'd love to see it.
If I was a good animator and had infinite free time, that would be it.
Yeah, so I think we're gonna load in while we play this guy.
Yep, we'll enjoy the last time on Hooked on Divinity. Enjoy.
Last time on Hooked on Divinity. Starting their day in the town square, the brothers made their way past the drunken street corner bard before arriving at Kem's mansion. Finding themselves let inside with no fuss, the brothers spent some time speaking with Lady Paulina Kem, the Lord's wife. While she was arrogant and unpleasant, she seemed to have no idea about her husband's recent deal with Brachus Rex. After receiving some tea, the brothers excused themselves and proceeded to snoop around the house. In a side receiving room, the brothers ran into a trader named Kat, who asked them to retrieve 3 items from Kem's vault, should they happen to be there. Upstairs, the brothers found Queen Justinia taking refuge in a bedroom. The brothers took the chance to tell the Dwarven Queen about Ross and his loyalty in asking them to help her. The Queen explained that she would work to make amends for the blood on her hands before the conversation trailed off. Taking their leave back downstairs, Jafril informed the refugees of the Lizard Consulate about Sadha's passing.
Very
Conveniently
sad,
leaving out the part where the brothers killed her and her soul was taken by the God King, they left the wailing lizards to their own devices. Back upstairs, the brothers investigated Kem's room, finding a hidden ladder to the attic. Up in the attic, the brothers found a dark mirror confirming Kem's involvement with the Black Ring, as if we didn't hate him already. Finally making their way to the gardens, the brothers made short work of the traps and locks surrounding the vault door. Fighting through the defenses inside, the brothers came upon a pair of paintings with a space clearly missing in the center. Placing the portrait they purchased from the Children of the Thieves Guild in the obvious missing spot, the door to the lower vault popped open. Moving inside, the brothers first helped themselves to the large piles of gold being stored there. Proceeding further, they found once again, potentially for the last time, a crippled and beaten-up Wendigo. She had tried to break into Kem's vault to steal his Swornbreaker scythe, hoping to use it to end her servitude to the God King. Pushing forward, the brothers quickly rescued Lord Arhu from Kem's trap, uncovering the hiding place of Kem's scythe in the process. The brothers decided to offer the old sorceress an olive branch of peace. I mean, they had killed her at least 3 times so far at this point. Might as well try something new. Handing over the scythe, Wendigo finally freed herself from the God King's influence,
we tried a couple
allowing
times.
her soul to pass into the Hall of Echoes and end its suffering. Beginning to make their way out of the vault, the brothers were finally confronted by Linder Kem himself, flanked by Black Ring troops. After a bloody fight, Kem was left on the ground, dead. Even as a spirit, his
I'm finally
arrogance
loaded in,
continued,
Dave.
all the way until the brothers turned his soul into source points and consigned him to nothingness. Leaving the vault, there was only one entry left in the book. Enter the cathedral. Find Lucian's tomb. With Arhu's knowledge and the amulet from the toy maker, they could gain entry. It was time to enter Lucian's tomb and end this. Now back to Hooked on Divinity.
All right. The final last time on Hooked on Divinity, aka the easiest part of the stream for both of us. Sit here, chill, and remember what the hell was going on in this game.
The most involved parts of the streams, like in terms of the fighting and combat, were the parts that were always the easiest to write. So it's just like, then there was a hard-fought battle. Because if I started describing every fight and calling out cool moments, like, it'd be 20 minutes of the beginning of each stream, and
then they super smashed a bunch of people.
Have to work and pay bills and things like that. So it glossed it. Anytime I hit a fight and I was like, oh, this fight's like the next hour, I was like, skip, 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 skip. So when I was writing the recaps.
17 minutes later. I love how there's medium tension. You shouldn't do anything out of the ordinary down here. In this prison cell where nobody is here. 23 total onslaughts, yeah.
Oh my god. I don't know if I have it in me to go back and count, but maybe I will one day.
Yeah, we had debated initially if we were going to try to do something like Wendigo's empty. We had debated if we were going to try to do something like tactical mode or do it really difficult, but then we were like, holy shit, this game is pretty big, and maybe we should take
enough without us like randomly wiping all the time.
Yeah.
Why are you not following anybody?
All right. Well, I will show everybody, as we had mentioned earlier, there are very, very few things of the left on.
Some are done. They're just staying there.
Yeah. Wait, what?
Most of them are done. They're just like staying there. Like the
a couple of them are just open for the end of the game, I would assume.
Stand of the Magisters is like the go to the tombs.
Mm-hmm. Also, since we had
go to the tomb.
Quite an intro today, I wanted to say hello, Alex Britt, hello, Dejara, hello, Chewbacca, hi, Magmethius, hi, Carnium, hi, Kamala, hi, Evil Hippie, hi, Carnium, I think a second time.
Lightning.
Hi, Lightning. Jenny Jinx dropping in. Everybody, hello. I hope your last week or so has been good, as I've been in the woods. Dave's been holding down the fort on Sunday. Actually, got to check out that Vermintide stream when I have a chance.
Which integration is a hoot? Alright, so we need to go to the toy cellar, so I'm jumping to the city square.
Okay. We also need to talk to Kat.
Oh yeah, she's in the manor. You can chat with her and then teleport Crystal to me when you're done.
Yes. I saw an elven bodyguard right next to Kat, and I was like, "Oh, you're already here." Oh, wait.
Hello again.
Not quite.
So about that trio of curios.
Then the vault is.
You might as well can have them.
I can't believe it. What did you find? Do show me, please.
Do show me, please.
Let's have a long-awaited look.
Oh, I have to put them in her inventory?
No.
Do I have all the things in my...
It just brought up the barter screen?
Yes. Do I have the things?
I'm looking.
What were all three of the things?
Divinity, why are you doing us like this at the end?
Hey, remember how difficult the fucking...
Is it the Cup of Kings?
The Scroll of Fun Times and the third item.
Portrait of the Divine?
One so yearns for the
yes.
calm of earlier days.
Portrait of the Divine, Cup of King. Looking for anything else that's that color in my inventory real quick.
I mean, are we trading this for money, or what's the deal here?
I don't know.
And now for the rest.
Like, try backing out and just being like, remind me of what you want me to tell you.
Cat. Oh my god, come back. Cat. The things are too heavy, so I'm walking so slowly. Well, this is appropriate for Divinity.
Again. Did you find them? The
Portrait of the Divine, Cup of Kings, and the Scroll of Eternatron.
Scroll of Eternity. These
Scroll, huh?
Don't walk away from me.
Hello again. Did you find them? Do show me. Let's have a long-awaited look.
Oh, I guess. I mean, should I balance the money or something?
I guess it like doesn't give you. Sounds like it doesn't give you any other options, right?
Yeah, I can balance it or just like give them to her, but I suppose I'll just give them to her.
Yeah, I guess.
Did you send the scroll as well?
Ancient scroll. This might be it.
They kind of have like fancy gold border at the top right.
And that one
there it is. I found the Scroll of Eternity.
Okay, cool.
Okay, accept. Are you sure you want nothing in return for that? I guess.
None to be found, and I'm not gonna go digging in the dirt for any. And so I finally have all three. 7 bless you for your troubles. Although no greater blessing really than lots and lots of precious things.
Okay, we get an armor frost scroll, a mushroom, $400, and some shit.
I feel like we probably could have gotten the 5,700 gold.
That is entirely possible.
Absolutely flush enough that I don't care.
How's it going, Ape Arcade? Thank you for the raid.
Yo, thank you.
I'm definitely getting Fire Slug Summon. And the other 3 are purples at level 18.
Fane knows Fire Slug already.
It's the only useful thing, realistically.
Oh, okay.
Alright, that is a disappeared quest line. We also need to... Sanders the Toy Maker.
Yep, I'm right outside of him.
Oh, when we've already... Somehow that closed out the speak with Kem about the Magisters thing.
Okay.
Strange.
I mean, game might have just realized that Kem's dead.
This is possible.
Hunters, I've got the wares you need.
Thank you, Ape Arcade. Hey, Closer to Vision. How's it going? I am now next to you and prepared. Sanders is in here. Do I have my talking clothes on? Yes, I do. Excuse me. Sanders.
You're positively haunting me with your presence of late.
You're
Something I can help
me with
you
your
with?
presence as of late.
This guy.
He reminds me of, like, Snape and somebody else squished together. I can't think of the second person, but... Okay, we found Lord Arhu, and now we need help from you.
By Kem? Are you certain?
You're wearing your persuasive clothing.
I am indeed wearing my Persuado clothing.
Excellent.
I believe. Yeah, I've got my coat on, which is the important part.
Then I was right to sequester myself here with my puppets. Trusting people is a folly.
Trusting people is a folly.
But it seems that you are to enter the tomb of the divine. And I am to help you get there. So be it.
Well,
in order to pass
at least
the
he's going to be
first
helpful.
chamber, you'll need an amulet that's
I'll take
charged with source. 5 souls worth to be precise. Here, take this amulet and fill it with source. When you've done that, return to me and I'll tell you what must be done next. You must
wasn't there just a source thingy in Cam's basement?
Source. The excess power will be
There
siphoned
was.
until it is full. Good luck.
I'm gonna go to Cam's basement.
Let's see what this actual amulet I got was. It is called Source Amulet.
Okay, okay.
And it grants a skill called Replenish Source. The ancient amulet that contains 5 jewels ready to be infused with source. Each blessed with a kiss of Astarte. Oddly enough, the sides and face of the amulet look worn. Somebody has used this before.
Well, I suppose we see if we can fill it up at the source fountain thing.
That would be the easiest, I imagine. Draw a source from my amulet. I guess we can...
Separate your party and only send one person.
Yeah, I'll have Losa.
So that we can quick teleport back in case it does not work. I am back near the source thingy. Fountain is the word I was looking for when I said thingy like 6 times.
Source fountain.
Fountain. I have the red one.
Okay. Because I have this stupid amulet on, I am now...
Curious. This amulet is storing the source.
Yes, excellent.
Alright, this
Go
is
ahead
working
and
as
crank
planned.
that tap a few times. Also, undo your bag and I will take some of the shit out of it.
Yes, if you would.
You have to unlock it though.
Yeah, mine is unlocked, and Los's is unlocked.
It seems the amulet can't hold anymore.
We full, baby.
Ooh, Jeff, look at this necklace that just popped out. 2 Constitution, 2 Retribution, 1 Persuasion, 1 Leadership, 1 Lucky Charm. That would have been great. Actually, no, I suppose you have a necklace that does the Persuasion bonus.
Yes. Apparently we didn't actually have to do any persuasion stuff, because I also didn't have my persuasion necklace on.
I mean, I would keep it on when we go back to talk to him.
The amulet?
Like, just stay at maxed out persuasion until we're, like, going into the tomb, I would say.
The Wicked.
I mean, you just have so many fucking arrows. That's where a lot of the weight is coming from.
It's true, and a lot of books. Can you grab stuff from me if I'm near Losa?
I can grab stuff from you from anywhere, it seems.
Okay. Oh, wait.
Let's just have a bag full of food and guts.
I was carrying food around early in the case that we need it for a lot more of, like, you know...
Guess I'm just taking some of these books that you can't carry anymore.
The Womb. What is a divine belt? I'll send it to Fane. Okay, I can now actually move, and I will go and talk to...
Are you intending on wearing fist percussion or no?
Yes, fist percussion is my gloves.
Okay, cool. I mean, so that should be enough that you can move around at least.
Yeah, I've just got it on... I've got the Wicked on, so I can't wear those gloves right now.
I trust
it's charged.
A beautiful piece.
How does that work?
It absorbs source as you gather it. Not a lot, just spillage, let's say.
What do we do next?
Once it's fully charged, you say? That would mean
I
that
mean,
5 souls have been...
the least evil way we could have,
yeah, literally, we've gone about this in the most humane way possible this time.
They were already a source slurpee. I did nothing of that part.
There was a big old tank.
You'll need the Scroll of Atonement. It's locked in my desk on the 2nd floor. The password is Giora.
Giora? What does that
mean? When you have both the charged amulet and the scroll, go to the Path of Blood. On the left side of the chamber, on a pillar near Lucian's statue, you should see a hidden mechanism. It will clear the way. Good luck.
Yeah, Chewbacca, you know what? I'm on that train. Why would he be like, go upstairs into my personal bedroom and go get this instead of just going up and getting it?
It's a pretty good point, but we could probably, like, eject him into the stratosphere with Godwoken powers.
Yeah.
Man, this would be a son of a bitch if I had to come up here.
I went to follow you, and he yelled at me, and my options were agree to leave or fight, and I was like, yo's. So apparently he only wants Jeff in his bedroom.
Ah, yes, and the bewitched moppet is like...
The puppet's words choke off.
Permission granted.
Freaking out.
With source, then it is still once more.
A different
and a different
voice.
voice emerges from within.
You
Oh!
pampered me long enough. This place will be your tomb. Only one you shall enter.
The next button I can hit is end.
Let me see if I can chit chat with him.
With who? No, this is
with Sanders.
He wouldn't know anything about the God King invading his puppet. I'm saying
no, to see if it lets me get upstairs.
Oh, teleport pyramid.
Oh, true. Okay, yeah. If it's a fight, I'm just gonna jump.
I'm gonna hit end though to start the fight.
Well, we'll see. Yeah, we'll see if it is one.
Oh, it's a fight.
Is it now? Okay.
I'm glad he didn't come in immediately because he cast Epidemic of Fire.
Okay.
But you should come in now. Ouch. That sure hurt a lot.
What color are you? Blue?
Blue. Wonder if I can do this as Losa.
Come in sneaky.
Oh wait, let me get the fuck out of here first.
I've got the wares you need.
Alright, apparently we have to beat up some puppets. Because the God King's a creepo.
Well, sneaking failed.
She failed.
Well, all of my fucking...
You're on a little necrofire.
Yes, I'm very much on necrofire. I
don't hate that. These are level 19.
Yeah, they're not going to be easy, but they're also not going to be, like, motherfuckers.
Brutal, yeah. This music's pretty goof-tastic.
Oh, you know what time I think it is? Path interrupted by roof? That's the first time I've ever seen path interrupted by roof.
Huh?
Time for Boxbrit to reintroduce itself to its family. I suppose I actually haven't right-clicked and examined these guys yet. Immune to all the things. Ooh, but they're extra susceptible to fire.
Okay.
Hooray, my dragon thing worked.
Well, they're weak to fire, which means fucking get them.
Boxbrit is going to enjoy this. Kadoosh! Please stop lightninging me, please. Don't touch me, don't touch me. Don't do it, don't do it. Oh god, I'm so close to dead. Oh, holy Christ, okay. I lived.
Oh boy, okay. You're still on necrofire, right?
Yes, Losa is coming up, so she can try to top me back up.
I got you. Well, I got some at least. I'm gonna try.
We have cool new spell. Equalize. What?
Vitality and armor percentages of characters in target area are summed up and then redistributed equally.
Oh, okay.
So spread that damage across everybody instead of you just being almost dead.
That's an interesting idea.
And then, because I don't want to get in all that fire, I'm now going to redirect 50% of damage from everyone in this aura to me. I rejiggered my skills while I was waiting.
Oh, nice.
Now, Fane. Fane's first action is going to be just take this moppet and just throw him the fuck over there.
Excuse me. Suppose then if I'm healed up enough.
Well, a few times I've intentionally made a fiery incarnate.
Oh, cool! It's Fire Incarnate Champion. It actually looks pretty rad. Smoosh.
That works.
Okay. I guess I don't technically have to heal me anymore. So I think that means it's Bone Spider time.
And also, if you stay in this bubble, 50% of your damage goes to me.
And we all get the
And the circle of protection, yeah.
Yes.
Pretty good chilling where we're at. That's why it was a rare moment of not charging the F out for me.
What's this one over here? Yeah, I'll zap the shit out of this one.
Yeah.
Bone Spider, I cannot see. There we go.
Agreement that we don't tell this guy about all the puppets we were destroying upstairs.
Having killed all of his poor moppets.
Yeah, that he really, really seems to care about. Where it's like, hey, nothing unusual happened upstairs. We just grabbed that scroll you told us we had full permission to take. And we're going to be on our way. Thank you. Dejar, you're going to have to go back and watch the intro if you missed it.
It is very special. Let's see. This should do enough damage. Yay.
Yeah, if for any reason you go upstairs, which like you really shouldn't, it smells like so much shit up there, so you should let it air out for a little while. And then like tomorrow when you go upstairs, just remember we had nothing to do with anything. We just left very quickly.
Oh, apparently I fucked that up and it cost me an AP.
Oh no, your pawn movement.
Curses, the first time it's not worked. I don't know, go invisible, Jeff. I'm invisible. They can't tell where I am. There's nothing obvious. I mean, the spirit of the God King himself basically possessed all of these puppets, so honestly I'm a little worried about Sanders downstairs.
Yeah, I mean, there are puppets downstairs, but they seem to be more pissed at us.
Well, yes, because the God King possessed them all.
Suppose fair.
I don't think Sanders should be mad at us. The little, like, moppet right before it attacked me was saying, like, you have permission to take the thing.
Are you kidding me? This one's out of sight around the corner? Yoshida, I disagree.
This is a very nice house for a toy seller.
Well, fine. Fuck your nice house.
Everything is burning. Everything's on fire and it's going to die.
Bap.
Well, so much for that moppet.
Yeah, Incarnate Summon still the MVP of this whole game?
Yes. Incarnate Summon has been, like, ridiculously useful.
Also teleport. There's a reason I called it out specifically.
Well, yeah.
Get those teleport gloves at like level fucking 2. And and you just kind of cruise on them. Like Fane's wearing them right now. It's gonna end this fucking game wearing them. Give me 1 physical armor and 4 magic armor. Do I give a shit? Nope. He uses a shield.
It's like the captain's charismatic coat. Yeah, I'm down on a lot of resistances, but goddamn, I don't need them.
It's not considered stealing for me to loot these puppets. Oh man, this is gonna be good. They are full of source orbs, which we can use to restore source.
Where is? Oh, is this it?
We'll find the scroll that
The
we're supposed to
desk
come
is
and get.
locked tight. Instead of a keyhole, there's a gilded inlay that bears an engraving. It was all for you.
Blessed ice grenade. That sounds baller.
It's a framed square of blank parchment.
Oh, is Sanders in love with Alexander or something?
The
It doesn't sound like you
stares
love
back.
Jesus. It sounds like you're
The desk is
in
locked
love
tight.
with Jesus.
This is the desk that we're supposed to use, right? Or is there a
Maybe.
is there a different desk in here that I'm?
The desk is locked tight. You take a nearby quill.
Oh,
and dip it
I
into the
see.
ink. Then you poise its tip over the framed
Over here,
square of
yeah.
parchment. The ink is
Giora.
absorbed into the parchment until it vanishes. Somewhere within the desk, a mechanism unlocks with a click.
Oh, and somewhere within the room, a Lucky Charm fires off. Hot shit! There's some good things in here. Room frame of powers, purple crossbow, cursed fire arrow, scroll of atonement,
Rest of luck.
lockpicks, skull ring. Well then.
You have the scroll of atonement.
Fane just got sent the thing. I do indeed have the scroll of atonement. What level is this? Fane. And the rune frame of power. Were those the ones you were looking for?
Yeah, those are good for me.
Okay.
I mean, those are good when, I'm not exactly sure how the crafting system works for those, but I do know that those are the ones that will give me 3 strength if I combine them with a giant one.
Okay.
Also, you over encumbered again?
Not anymore. I passed off the stuff. Right. It would seem... Oh, he's got one of these knife throwing wheels. Cool.
You click on it, it says, note the blood.
Hmm. Well, that's cool.
So now, this says, use the source amulet and the scroll of attunement.
Well, we gotta go
So
down
I
and
think-
talk to Sanders.
Wait, I gotta wait, and once you're outside, I'm gonna teleport thingy, so I don't get attacked by puppets.
Oh, okay.
You should also wait as well.
Alright, well then I'll talk to Sanders. Where'd he go?
He is over encumbered, but not over encumbered.
There you are, buddy. Hi, buddy. Things did not go so well with the puppets.
I told you all that you required. Was there something else? What? There must be some mistake. They're
I
just
suppose you
toys
can
now.
go
They wouldn't hurt a
for
fly,
it.
unless I wanted them to.
Okay.
I'll look into. All right.
At
when you
least,
have good luck.
He's not like, you broke my puppets, I break your face.
No, I think he was upset that his puppets, in fact, did attack us. Okay, I'm now outside of the thing.
This is no time for idle chit-chat.
We go to the north.
I welcome newcomers and natives alike.
Onwards. Source amulet, blah, blah, blah.
Nature provides.
Perhaps the paladins can help us. Dallas is... Oh, yeah, right. Report back to Lord Kem. That is one quest I will be happy to not finish.
We came all this way.
Not about to tell that fuckhead anything. Suppose we could have teleported up here, but I'll take the one last dramatic run.
Yeah, we ran through the city of Arx one more time.
You want to throw a save before we enter this here cathedral?
I think we could.
Wise.
I pledge my life.
So it seems we have pretty much everything we need.
Indeed.
Oh, pilgrim.
Well, how come...
Oh, there's a...
The prayer seems to echo.
May Lucian...
May he return indeed.
Okay, the pilgrims really wanted me to say a quick little prayer to Lucian, but...
Oh, Brother Kyle is talking to me. I
Okay.
inquire, Path of Blood.
The Path of Blood is a more advanced form of pilgrimage.
Trust
I
me,
would not
none are
advise
free
it
from sin.
unless you believe yourself to be free from sin. And trust me,
Sounds like Brother Lyle's got some
are free from
skeletons in
sin.
a closet.
The Path of Blood
And not a
ends in
skeleton
death
boyfriend.
For those who
All right, well, you do you, Brother Lyle. I have the cheat codes to the Path of Blood.
Yeah.
You
Anything
should put your
interesting?
fight clothes back on, by the way.
Who was the... Ooh. The music.
I mean, yeah.
It's a full choral
Definitely.
rendition.
Great thing happening over here.
What?
greetings.
Oh,
Or
God
do
damn it.
you Lucian's day would the sign suggests that
And that's what happened is as soon as I walked in, Brother Lyle wanted to talk, and then,
Now Pilgrim Hopeful is all upset. Gotcha.
hey, me first.
I don't think this is gonna go well for them.
Meh.
Didn't go well for them.
Advanced form of pilgrimage right there.
I mean, this... I have to imagine that this whole Path of Blood and this whole Cathedral of Lucian and stuff is some fucked up method by which they're, like, stealing source from people,
Definitely see it.
making them Willington. Did I...
I pledge my heart.
You able to come inside?
Please return.
I mean, I guess I could pick the lock, but...
Does it let you?
No, I'm not gonna do it.
Teleport.
I'm just gonna teleport. This is... We'll just say that this is very unsanitary in a million different ways, Dejara. Okay, so then they say go to the left or something.
Yes.
Looking at this, I'd say we're close to Lucian's body.
Think you might need to go close to the statue and see if you uncover
Place
the thing.
the charge source in a mechanism on a pillar to the left of the chamber with Lucian's statue. So this is indeed the chamber with Lucian's statue. A pillar to the left.
Is it over here? There's a marker on our map.
Everybody, there, switch, there's a switch.
Yeah.
But that should open up the pillar,
Think
right?
you have it?
I do. Wait, where is the...
There's
It's
a
on this wall.
curious-looking panel discreetly nestled upon the wall.
Take a closer
There's
look.
a slot in the center of the button. It looks like something should be placed in it.
Place the thingy in the
The
thingy.
amulet fits the slot perfectly. The mechanisms around it begin to glow with source.
Did it say place it and then read the Scroll of Atonement? Do we have to actually push the button? Dave, what do the directions say?
I think
It's in the
it
quest
said to
log.
put it in- Oh, is it?
Yeah.
So I think it said to put it in and then read it. Place it and then read the Scroll of Atonement.
Okay, because I imagine push the button would instantly explode us into blood.
The button slowly sinks into the wall, as if pushed by an invisible hand.
Aha.
Ooh.
The source fades from the amulet, consumed by the inner mechanisms of the button. Gears turn behind the ancient walls, almost like they're acknowledging the words you spoke. A
Words
nearby
I spoke
hatch in
of
the
Lucian.
floor
I'm coming for that
unseals
ass.
Oh, good. It's in a pool of blood.
Just wouldn't have it any other way.
Nope. I don't even think we shouldn't even talk to... Oh, we can loot some of these things if you're strong enough, Dave.
Oh, well, please hold. I do always break for chances to just desecrate Lucian's belongings.
Opportunity to steal things from the Church of Lucian. I can't lift them because I'm not actually strong enough.
Totally got this.
There, a switch.
There.
There.
Switch.
There.
Switch, there. A switch. A switch.
Switch. Alright, let's go down in the previously blood-covered hatch.
Let's go down the blood tube. I'm wet with blood.
We can save again here just in case he's...
Yes. Looks like some of these pilgrims need some Benadryl. Waiting for save to think. Waiting for a save to complete. There she goes. All right, down the hatch.
Yeah, there's literally nothing else we got.
The righteous closed. We tricked our way past the path of blood and journeyed on.
Suck it.
All right, one moment. King's
At
Heart.
first, there was no sign of Dallas in Lucian's tomb. Had we beaten her there, or were we too late? Yeah, I don't care about any persuading. It's murder from here on out, so make sure you got your good stuff on.
Yeah. Did you take the armor that was in my inventory?
No.
The not Captain's charismatic coat?
I mean, take a look at what I have.
I shall.
Is it sallow chainmail?
No. I think it was honestly like an epic. I wasn't even wearing a legendary armor. Salvation armor, I believe is what it's called.
Nah, it sent it.
Yeah, because the rest of them are kind of like interesting, but man, Kvin's heart is pretty rad.
Yeah, all that set is pretty gnarly.
Yeah, I'm not gonna fuck around with it. I'm just gonna put my trusty shirt on. Sorry, Captain's coat. You did a good job. But this blue coat works with my my look. This is all good. This is all good. I have a strap. Okay. We're now actually in battle mode, and I have over 1,000 physical armor again.
Hey, look at you. Does Fane just lose the mask of the shapeshifter and ride regular face for this one?
I mean, I can't imagine there's anybody down here that's going to be real upset about a skeleton based on everything else that's happened.
I just don't know if I even have a single helmet for him to wear.
Oh yeah, that's right. It does take up the actual, like, helmet spot for an undead.
Yeah, it sure does.
Oh, remember that whole no return thing? There's a waypoint in here.
I don't think we're in it quite yet. I'm actually going to have Fane change what he is, though.
Like, to a different,
Elf.
There does seem to be a lot of blurred around here. Also, this, like, tile work on the floor is, like, actually rad as hell. And they did a really good job with the texture, so it's like it's shiny on the tiles, but not the grouting. Cool stuff, developers. Cool stuff.
Alright, I'm here.
Hasn't been anything interesting around here aside from some vases. Couple of interesting things.
I'm gonna go fucking flip the top on Lucian's body casket, and we'll be not shocked at all, I'm assuming, to find that he's not there.
There's
no sign of Lucian's body. Oh, you still think? I mean, I don't know if we're looking for a body or if we're looking for Lucian.
I cannot wait to fucking dumpster suplex Dallas.
Oh, yes.
Human skeleton, lizard skeleton.
This looks like a puzzle. I'll let you do it so you can show it on stream.
Okay.
The blessed altar seems to want to be touched.
It seems to want to be touched.
This grating seems to connect to the pipework beneath.
Okay. Well, my options are lay a hand uponst the stone, move my hand...
Just start with some foreplay, just touch it.
The altar seems to respond. Beyond it, something creaks, as if the pipework was moving. The sound comes from beyond the altar, but also echoes and gurgles behind.
Okay, Pacifisto. I also wish to be touched, altar.
Try casting like rain or something.
The Great did indeed gurgle.
I bet.
Did I take rain off of her again? Wait, I actually should have space for it. No, I do
bet
have it on.
It's gonna be like blood or something because it's the whole shtick of this place.
Turns out there was actually a bunch of people hiding underneath here going to attack us, and we just fucking drowned them all.
Let me try making myself bleed on it, I suppose.
This is possible.
Is that not enough for you, game?
Well, I could touch the altar again.
Wait, now I'm on the center of it.
I'm just gonna blood up again.
I'm just waiting for the cooldown, yeah.
Blood, blood, blood.
Come on, cooldown.
Wow, that's an incredibly long cooldown out of combat. Is it 5 rounds?
It is, yeah.
That makes sense.
Alright, now try it.
No, okay.
A blessed stone altar.
I can lay my hand upon.
Beyond it.
Nothing happens.
By doing something other than laying your hand upon?
A blessed stone altar.
Move my hand to palms with.
Beyond the altar, the pipework shifts.
Oh?
Are you kidding me?
Are we playing pipe?
Oh my god.
Oh, look, there is blood down there. Oh, it's letting you target it from... I'm just looking at the stream now.
I can fucking rotate them from above. This is so funny.
So you gotta connect the 3 of them, I'm guessing.
Oh god. So the first time I can actually turn the blue one is here. Let's have the blue one cross. Then it can go...
It can't go to the right. So the... Yeah.
Oh no, the blue one has to come in at an angle.
That's a loop. You gotta send it down and up around, I think. For the blue one.
Yeah.
In the top left corner.
Do you think we do these one at a time, or do you think I have to get all of them correct?
I'm gonna guess the second.
Okay.
And then the other one...
So this blue one goes up to left, up to left, down, here, and in. So blue is good. Red.
Blurred.
I mean, can I just do this now? I can't reach the valve. That's kind of funny. Be super fun if they spun faster.
Oh, so I mean the blood ones send to the right. So that'll have to go to the right and then up.
Yep, and then it'll get to here.
Kind of ride the right wall, it looks like.
As far as it can, then goes to here, and then... red is good now.
Yeah. So now we just need Death Fog.
Wait, what? From here to here to here. Here. Here.
The Death Foggy one can basically do mostly straight lines. So if it goes out to the right... Yeah, that guy.
Rotate this here. Goes up, straight, up.
To the right.
The right, across.
But yeah, if it goes to the right twice, and then that one to the right of the 4 set you're looking at, that turns.
Well, I can't... There's a couple of them I can't mess with anymore because...
Well, you can, because the blue fire doesn't actually use that. It goes there and crosses.
Wait, so Deathfog comes here, goes up to... then to the right, then down to here. And this is being used by the red.
Yeah, but they can cross each other.
Right, but the pipe isn't correct. Because if we go, Death Fog goes to the right. It goes right, then up, then up, then up, right, down.
What
and
is
then...
definitely correct. And the Death Fog goes right and then up. So it goes to the right, then it goes up, then it goes up again. It goes up until it gets to that corner one where it has to turn. Then it goes to the right. Then turn the one to that. So go to the right past the intersection. Turn that. So that sends it up. And then the one at the top turns. So that stays the same. The one at the very top there turns.
Okay.
And then that one turns.
Let me check the path. So this works. Goes to here. Here, up to here. Alright, Death Fog is good.
Yeah, and the fire is good. I just checked that one. I think this works. Just don't select the option to wipe it clean.
This is blood. And then fire. Okay.
Don't select the wipe clean, please.
Yeah, I don't know how to... I can hit escape to quit puzzle.
I'm thinking maybe you have to leave it and then you have to press your hand on it to activate it.
What would wipe clean do?
Wipe clean was one of the options when you were putting your hand on it.
Oh,
okay.
So I can probably hit escape to quit puzzle. And now
That's what I'm thinking.
lay my hand upon the stone.
Yeah.
The altar seems to respond. Beyond it, something creaks.
Oh, there are these other grates?
Right, yeah. Could they have slowed this puzzle down at all? Well, all three of these thingamajiggies are lit up. What's wrong with the blood? The blood is not glowy for some reason. Oh, there it is. I guess it just needed a minute.
No, I blessed it.
Oh ho.
When you said not glowy, I was like, I looked down and my mouse cursor was hovering over bless, and I was like,
well, there's blessed fire, blessed water, and then there was blood.
Yeah, so blessed blood. It moved Big Daddy Liar's coffin over here.
Yes.
I'm gonna save, so we don't have to do that again.
Yes, yes, I would. At least it took a little while to figure out, but I'm glad that it wasn't like a 10-second affair or a 5-hour-long affair. That may be like the first real set piece, like traditional puzzle we've had. Like there've been some little logic ones.
Pipe puzzle.
Yep. All right, save secured. Sneak zone, sneak mode. I
suppose I'll let you try first.
Okay, I'm sneaking and nothing immediately attacked me.
The line of anguish is a straight line. 1, 2, 3, I'm running. So far I see no anguish.
Oh good, an autosave.
Alright, well, there seems to be a door in front of me.
Oh boy, is this a talking door? Give me a second to fucking put my stuff back on. I should now have 6 persuasion. Okay. Why did my journal update to Hammerfall?
Because Hammerfall is the... I just talked to it and said, talking door told us to go back the way we came. Or die. Like, it's not going to kill us. It just says it's going to be death beyond this.
Only death lies beyond. Blood need not be spilled. Bones need not be broken. Preserve thyself and flee.
Well, shall I insist we want to continue?
I believe so.
To cross this threshold is to plunge into thy grave.
Door.
Do
your thing and open.
I almost want to, like, back out of it and then decide, but I don't think that that's how it's written.
I don't think it
Very
is.
well. Embrace thy fate.
Alright, well, you go ahead and put your fighting shirt back on.
Yes.
Then I'm going to open this door.
Let me fill up the memory slot real quick.
Make sure you're using your sourcey point things.
Yeah, I've got Bless. Dome of Protection, I think, is automatic. Yep.
And your sourcey point moves and stuff.
Yep. It's either Arrow Storm or I could use Mortal Blow. No, Mortal Blow needs a dagger. Yep, I'm good.
Me too. Ah, this place is called the Death Room.
Well, that sounds fun.
It's a bunch of levers and traps, but they look like they're poison traps, which means Musa and Fane.
Yep. Our sweet boy Fane.
Also some spike traps, which you're just going to come in and disarm these. This room's like all you.
Okay. Losa, please disconnect. So I do see a lot of levers. I don't know how many of these I can disarm based on my amount of trap disarm kits.
Well, just the spikes, so we can get past them.
On which side?
I don't know, choose one.
I can't disarm the ones on that side, so...
Oh, wait, never mind. I stepped forward 2 feet, and there are some puppets.
Goddamn puppets. Where are you going?
Look at all the traps down there that Laura just found.
Thankfully that he didn't activate.
I don't think so.
Like,
don't see a dead squirrel, so.
No, I see him in the corner of the map.
Okay.
Well, these don't actually seem that, like, impressive here.
It's just the puppet things powered by Source that the guy was making, right?
I would assume so, yes.
I wonder if you can just, like, Source vamp him or something.
Ah, damn, it almost worked. Oh, it did work.
Oh, come on.
Moving to involuntary death assistant.
Wow. Guy, how much AP you got?
It kind of seems like they're running away from us aggressively. Like...
Well, okay, magic armor, yeah, should have expected
Dang
that.
it.
I wonder if it'll work, but I can't have magic armor.
It may still work. We just have to get rid of their magic armor. I don't like that they're running to levers and traps. Hello, Knuff T.
Yeah, moving to Noxious Atmosphere Enabler, it sounds like they're indeed rushing off to set off some bullshit on us.
Activate Death Fog or something.
Oh, yeah. Pull the lever, Krog.
Nuh-uh, motherfucker, get back up there.
I love it. I killed 2 of them.
Yeah. Oh, and then she like... Oh, Los is no longer in battle. Hold on, Dave. Los is being very sneaky right now. This is some funny shit. I have a feeling if I step into that fire, she's gonna... Okay, there we go. Ah, motherfucker.
You start spam prison on me, little punk? Yeah, he definitely hit a little thingy.
Let's see.
We're playing on classic, I believe. It's
yes.
like whatever the middle one is, not tactician.
Yeah, not tactician. We wanted to be done with the game eventually.
Instead of, like, spending 40 hours on Fort Joy.
Well, I guess I will finish this one off. And then...
can you jump and get the other guy?
I can probably get over to him.
Oh yeah, you can absolutely. Hello.
I will have to do this, though.
If this is adrenaline, I'd sanction it.
This is indeed adrenaline. He's only got 569.
The battle we just did was not bad, yeah, against the puppets.
I'm gonna use Marksman Fang just in case.
Yep. It's your turn again.
Cool.
Another one? How many more could there be?
That is the pain right there when you just die from some dumb move and you haven't saved in a while.
You seem to be not stopping. Oh, I'm glad you dropped in, Knufty. The guy on that side of the screen is my real-life brother, Dave. So, we've always loved like games like Baldur's Gate and Divinity Original Sin 1.
Yeah.
So we're really excited to play DOS 2 together on the channel.
This is a new little fuck, isn't it?
There's no end to them.
Yes, they keep coming, which is why I'm starting to think maybe some of these her levers do something.
I don't think that was the right lever. I don't think that was the right lever.
Oof.
I don't think either of those were the right lever there, Jeff.
Nope.
Oh wow, they all have different names on them, huh?
I can't see him because it's not my turn. Oh, mercilessness, tenaciousness, steadfastness.
Moving to rapid descent cranial disruptor.
No, you're not moving anywhere.
Well, Incarnate Champion is a pretty good fucking game blocker. Blizzard Division, we're not exactly sure what game we're going to be doing next, but the hope is maybe eventually Baldur's Gate 3.
We reconvene for Baldur's Gate 3 with streamer mode enabled so the chat can vote on answers to conversations and the like.
And questions and things.
Get us into some trouble.
So there's 2 levers up here that say Brio and Courage.
Okay.
We gotta start thinking critically about this, otherwise we're just gonna get crushed under a trillion bodies.
I'm trying to get farther in so I can see more of the levers to try and see if there's a pattern.
Harmony, empathy, discretion.
Is it like a...
fearlessness?
What is Lucian all about? I don't know.
Wisdom, gravitas. Zeal, ambition, authority. Oh, and also potency and nobility. God damn it. Candor, fortitude.
Oh yeah, Vermintide 2 is a blast.
Got any help for us,
one of the
Questlog?
$7.50 I've spent. I don't think it does. I want to get farther into the room so we can try and see more of these levers.
You mean like visually see them? Because I can see them.
Yeah. Well, because it won't let me pull up names on a lot of them that are in like the far side of the room.
Oh, I could for some reason. Well, we're gonna get Bone Spider rolling, who's already on fire, as is tradition. And then... Where's my portal spell? There we go. Planar Gateway. Don't know if it's gonna be useful, but...
There's some aggressive flute playing going on, though.
There's a return path for us.
Okay.
How about everybody get real encouraged? And... fuck, I don't know.
And so is it new ones, or are they standing back up?
It sounded like they said there were new ones.
Okay.
Like the, you know, the response from the characters is like, more of them, they just keep coming.
How did you not get swung at by anybody during that? Did you for 0 somehow? Well, I think it's safe to say it's not... Okay.
Ah, so close.
It's safe to say that it's not any of the ones they hit.
Moving to corporeal transposition engine.
Yo, please stop chasing Laura. He's almost dead.
Did he just go down?
Thought he ran to the corner. I don't know.
I don't see him on the map anymore.
Moving to corporeal transposition engine.
Yeah. Yeah, he did.
Well,
There's no end to them.
that pretty much means a reset, and we can also reinvestigate the room.
Yeah, I mean, if... There's so many fucking traps in this room. It's like we might just need to tell Sir Laura to wait on the fucking boat.
Can we? I don't think we've ever tried that.
I think we can't.
Alright, well this is autosave 13 right before we went into the... well... Yeah, this one has you in it. Okay. Yeah, literally Sir Laura's weakness in this game is rooms with traps and fire.
If shooed away, he can be found on the top floor of the Lady Vengeance.
Okay. Alright.
This is what the wiki says.
Well, that helps out quite a bit, I think. And by helps out, I mean makes this possible. Because otherwise, our little squirrel friend would end up barbecued. I love the Sir Laura quest, like, stuff that comes together, but couldn't they just made him disappear in combat? Like, for fuck's sake, just have him cast a magical squirrel spell.
Be invincible or something.
Just, yeah, turn invisible and go into the squirrel realm or something.
Just set his fucking armor and shields to, like, 10,000 or some shit.
A trillion infinities. Yeah.
He's from one of the goodie bags.
Yeah, he's part of the definitive edition. Oh, Divinity 2. Okay, so Laura.
Aye, the giant takes notice of it. The squirrel looks at you in shock. Are you sure you want to chase him away?
Ah, it speaks to us, Quercus. Come, we don't have...
Oh, he was quite mad. But...
It's for your own good, Sir Laura. Wait, why are you going that way?
No, God, that's the room of death, sir! Sir Laura, no!
I mean, the wiki says he will just reappear.
Yeah, no.
Okay, so this room.
Let's go in and not activate battle.
Yeah.
Are you talking to the door?
It's not letting me.
It is also not letting me. Did we just bug the room by dismissing Sir Laura in here?
We can try going back up the steps and back down.
I suppose. Sweet, sweet
All right,
Sir
let me
Laura.
go up. Door's like, you said no ones, no take backsies.
The anguish is that you can't get through the door.
I mean, to be fair, the door was really trying to help us out. Okay. I can't interact with it.
Well, I had a weird feeling that him running towards the door was gonna fuck with it somehow.
So maybe we go upstairs, we tell him to go chill.
Yes.
Or I pop into the room because it doesn't start combat immediately and then I don't move. And then you run upstairs, dismiss him, and you just teleport stone.
Well, yeah, I'm just gonna leave the Hall of Anguish for a second. Go back up the stairs.
Laura was like, you know what? Fuck you. Great Acorn says you're done.
He just jams an acorn in the keyhole before he leaves, and he's like, now get the fuck out of here. Good luck.
It just closed and locked the fucking door. That's pretty funny.
Sir Laura.
Squirrel just had to dick us one more time.
Yeah, I could probably... I think I might be able to waypoint to somewhere. I'd have to... I can't just, like, escape a dungeon without having a waypoint. So I'll have to... Yeah.
Okay, I'm in the death room, but I'm up near the wall, so I've not started any combat.
Okay, I'm just gonna go upstairs with him.
That seems reasonable. You can go upstairs, and you can come down, and you can try talking to the door.
Oh wait, there's a waypoint in here. Alright, fine. I'll go back
The
to...
statue reaches toward the bottom drop.
Okay.
We'll drop you in the Chem's Gardens, because... Fun. They're very nice.
Not so low.
Looks at you in shock.
The gardens.
Come, we...
Isn't that where it had all the plants that were shouting about murder?
Yeah, we killed them all.
Okay.
Okay, bye, Sir Laura.
The statue reached the bottom drops.
And then I'm gonna try to do... This is the crypt, right? Yeah. Okay, I'm doing this all normal style so the game doesn't get mad at me. The Line of Anguish. Alright, Mr. Door, you have any hints?
Venture no farther. Only death lies
Only
beyond.
death lies beyond.
Blood need not be spilled.
What is
Bones
it?
need not
The
be broken.
thingy of atonement that we got, does that say
Preserve
anything?
and flee.
I could check.
It might be worth looking.
Most wise. A foolish choice. Blood need not be spilled. Bones to cross this. Remember this moment. A foolish blood need not be to cross this. Very well.
Well, nothing cool happens if you, like, back out of all the discussions. Sort by last picked up. Oh, game. No freezies, pleasies.
Yeah, it doesn't love when I do
Scratched into this moth wing parchment with snake venom is the fabled Scroll of Atonement. With this scroll, your sins can be absolved in the eyes of the divine. Reading it does nothing.
Cool, cool, cool.
Put it on my hotbars, I guess, for funsies.
Okay. Option 2. Hump a bunch of levers into oblivion.
Yeah, what if we did aggressive sneakos? Like, is it possible for me to sneak over here?
Maybe sneak closer.
She's not attached to me. Oh, okay. As soon
immediately failed.
As soon as you cross that plane. So that guy yanked on
Brio.
Brio.
Oh, and teleported me. Okay, that's fine.
Okay, so Brio did translocation.
I'm gonna jump into the back room and just start honking levers to try them out.
Just fucking pulling him. I can also
pretty much
aggressively jump that way. Yep.
Yeah. Whoa, if you weren't kidding when you said aggressively jump.
Wisdom? I'll try wisdom.
Something happened, I think.
Okay.
My character said something happened, I think. So the only emerging pattern I have seen so far of these is that there's a lot of nesses. And then there's discretion.
I don't know.
Brio did translocation, but wisdom is the first one that didn't do something obviously bad.
It looks like there's one of each letter. Do the letters like spell some shit?
F, D, H, K.
These ones are C, B, J, I.
A. There's an ambition and an authority. Spell Divinity 2
Definitive Edition. Wisdom is the first one that didn't hurt us. I don't know, man. You can just try cranking them.
I will try ambition next. Oh, or I will click too many times accidentally. Did one of them try to pull ambition?
I don't know.
I'll try it.
Moving to reinforcement deployer.
Reinforcement deployer.
It spawned a water barrel and an oil barrel behind you.
Okay. Well, if we do 64,230 damage to each spike trap.
He's immune to fire damage? Oops.
Oh, the battle source puppet?
Yeah, this one over here takes extra damage, so I guess they each have different ones, and I was dumb and didn't look at what he had.
Courage sounds like a pretty good. Yes! Go to sleep.
I think it also gives me +2 AP to start my turn.
This only takes 2 source. Okay.
And I don't think Papa Arhu told us anything about it. It says we have the amulet and the scroll. It may be wise to take counsel before attempting the path of blood. And we were like, no, we're just going.
We definitely gotta keep yanking
thing go to?
back to the left side near me.
Okay, I was gonna jump to the right side.
They just keep coming.
That fucking dude ran 100,000. Ah! Did he actually pull the lever? I didn't see him do it. Yarok was bad. It would seem. Well, if we start pulling ones that...
Alright, we got the Dora Rav chest armor over here, which is pretty fucking ridiculous, but we'll deal with that after. I got tenaciousness, steadfastness, order, unity, valor, candor, fortitude.
Oh yeah, I can see that on that random dude.
Let's try order.
Feels like that lever did something.
Okay.
So far,
so which one? So we have W and O worked?
Yes. Is it... Are we supposed to spell out Godwoken? Because W and O of W-O-K-E-N. Like... Yeah, the first thing I thought was W-O-R-D. That's all we need. L... M... What else do you have there? A T.
Lawfulness, righteousness, grace, mercilessness,
unity, valor, candor.
It's not mercilessness. Oh boy, we're cows now.
Oh god, we're all cows?
Yeah, I pulled mercilessness and it turned us into cows.
There's no M in Godwoken.
And he just pulled grace. And it was a bad thing.
Okay.
Moving to noxious atmosphere enabler.
Stop shooting me, the cow.
What is icing the ground underneath us? This son of a bitch. They're cow tippers, the bastards.
Yeah, so that...
Oh, we don't get to control anything if we're a cow.
L, no F, no G.
Ouch, 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 ouch. A bunch.
Moving to reinforcement deploy.
Authority apparently is not good.
So no A.
Xenagogery is not good.
That and... What was that last one you said?
Xena something?
Moving to reinforcement deploy. All reinforcements deployed.
Oh, he just said all reinforcements deployed. So maybe they are out of reinforcements?
Well, that would be lovely. If we had the ability to not have to fight these guys for 72 hours.
I'm gonna try just killing them, because they said something about running out of reinforcements.
Yeah, give it a try.
If I can. I don't know if Fane can do non-fire damage. He's gonna shoot the other one.
Yeah, this guy, the guy down towards me is minus 50% fire. Oof. Yeah, I remember back when Fane had geomancy.
He still knows fortify because he gets rid of decaying.
That is true. So Yarak wasn't good, I don't think. Xenagogary wasn't good.
No. I haven't tried...
Corporeal transposition, that's the one that changes where we are.
Pulling a lever invites magical translocation.
Moving. Dorian buffer deployed.
I'm exploding a fucking lot over here.
Spell Wololo.
Thank you.
Yes. Involuntary death assistant.
That's a great name for a weapon.
Yeah, so Unity is not good.
We haven't hit righteousness yet.
None of them have touched intuition, I don't think. The one that's right next to this dude.
Yeah, no one has hit righteousness in this little pocket here. So I'll go hit that one next.
Alright, I'm gonna try intuition. I don't know, there's this battle source puppet right here who's near intuition. There's also judgment on the other side.
Yeah, we gotta get over to like here and see what's around there.
Alright, well should I try intuition?
I feel like they've thrown that one.
Have they? Alright.
Righteousness is the only one in this room that they haven't done. I have not tried steadfastness or tenaciousness. I have tried mercilessness. Wisdom worked, order worked so far.
Yes, those are the only two that I remember doing anything.
Of course, the magic combat word.
Discretion we haven't tried. I'll try discretion.
I think that was the right lever.
Well, discretion is not it.
Hmm.
I just made a little bit of gross poison behind me.
What else you got over there?
Fearlessness. I'll try that. Wait, yeah, does combat log track this? Oh. Nope. What is it? Somewhere. Aha, there's the button.
What are you trying to do? I'm watching. No, it doesn't.
Yeah, nothing important. Alright. Fearlessness.
I think that was the right lever.
Fearlessness is also not the right
nope.
lever.
Didn't hit anyone, so you're good.
Okay, so discretion and fearlessness are not good.
What do you have? What else?
Wisdom was good. Yarak is not good.
Okay, nope.
Xenagogary was not good. I don't think anybody has tried gravitas yet.
I tried grace.
Okay, so if
and
we're
it did not.
operating on not... there's empathy. That sounds nice.
No one's tried an E yet.
Have I blocked myself from getting through here now? It's pretty funny, actually. Alright, I'm gonna save my point.
They just keep coming. Look around. There's got to be a way to make them stop.
Nobility is pretty close to Fane. I haven't seen that been hit. I mean, there's no W in Lucian. There's no W in Brachus Rex. Arhu, no W. I like how haste the spell just sounds like a gunshot. Whack us whacks. So yeah, so far that we know of Carnium, the only two good ones were W and O. I don't think Xenogoggery is a good one. Good thought on the spirits, but I don't see any spirits.
No.
Okay, so Losa tried courage and it didn't work. Are there any on like the front wall that we missed?
On my turn, I'm going to try the one that's in this room that hasn't been hit yet. Which I can't see what it is right now. But
okay.
No, Righteousness is the one that hasn't been hit over here. I've not tried an R.
Can I nether swap with somebody maybe? Get out of here. Where was Righteousness?
Righteousness is over here right next to me.
The room that you're in? Okay. Alright, you'll take that one. I
hit Steadfastness. I don't know if we've hit Tenaciousness.
I don't know if
let's just pick one and go.
Yeah, have we tried any T's? I'll try Tenaciousness.
Let's let him fire just walk through.
What the hell's just happened?
You just got teleported for a puppet?
Magical translocation.
Okay, is T teleport or something?
Maybe. Wait, you're right next to that empathy one on the door, right? That hasn't been hit? Did you say there was an E one over there?
Yes, I think it's closer to me though. Discretion, fearlessness, wisdom. I wish these were at least marked on the map or something. There's a zeal. Did we try a G already? Was there another G?
Yeah, racing it blew up.
Okay, so it's probably not a G. Discipline is a D.
Yep.
We try a D yet?
Mm-hmm.
Then I guess Los is just gonna have to heal herself. Okay. And then, I don't know. Armor Frost herself as well. Yes, I appreciate everybody in chat for not having just like straight up given away stuff.
Works. I felt something shift.
Oh, okay.
I think I know what it is.
W-O-R.
There's P and an E. It could be power.
Power. Power.
There's the empathy and then righteousness. I just hit. So we have order, wisdom, righteousness. There's potency and empathy.
Empathy is weird. Is near me.
Potency is near Fane.
So right now we have W-O-R, correct?
Yeah, I think it's got to be power.
Yes, empathy is in the area that I blocked myself from being able to access, but I do have a jump next turn again, so... Thanks for stealing all our source points, you bastards. Knowledge.
Empathy works, then I'm like 100% confident
that it's power. Yeah.
It works.
Yeah.
E.
And to feign, because he's next to the potency.
Is it on the wall there?
Yeah, it's on the inside wall.
Okay. I'm gonna first aid myself just in case, and then end my turn.
Combat in progress. Seeking damage opportunities.
Thanks for the AP and the heal.
He was seeking damage opportunities, and he found them. Yeah. Shower is the secret. Hooray!
That puzzle was kind of dumb, I'm gonna be honest.
That was...
They did not really give us much in the way of...
Maybe there was some piece of literature or something somewhere that's like the secret to the something is power or something.
Lucian, one thing above all else.
Yes.
Like, I mean, unless we missed a conversation with Arhu or some shit.
I feel like both Arhu and Puppetman didn't really help us that much. They just kind of like, all right, well, I'll get you in the front door, but I'm not warning you about anything.
See if I can get some source points back.
Okay, yeah. Try to go do some Slurpees. I have to pee real bad. I'll be back in like 20 seconds.
Okay. Yeah, did not love that one. Like, it was just kind of process of elimination and watching what they went to, which, like, could be cool, but is a lot of repetitive frustration in practice. Especially just when, like, their turns took so long. And I do wonder, because they were like, all reinforcements, blah, blah, blah. I wonder if we could have just, like, killed all of them eventually. On the bright side, we got a bajillion source orbs from this. So we could just keep ourselves absolutely fueled for the next fight. Which there's a nice little passage down, so hoping that's the ticket. Hope everyone's enjoying their Wednesday and just lies about 20 seconds. That's gotta be the last puzzle. I mean, it is on theme. The toy seller guy did talk about how he made battle puppets, but the levers is some bullshit. All right, Jeff, we ride.
There we go. I'm empty of urine and full of vigor.
It unelfed Fane when
must be getting closer to Lucian's crypt.
When he got turned into...
It's a... What was that little thingy? It's an adorable little Voidwoken.
It looks at Fane,
oh, I need Losa.
And chittering in
I need to pull myself forward.
Fane starts in shock. He knows it.
It's Fane's business?
Ooh.
The
yeah.
Voidwoken was a colleague from Fane's days at the Academy. His assistant. It claims it knows how to save the Eternals. It promises Fane that if he can snatch the powers of the Seven, then he can restore his people. Not under the rule of the God King or the Void, they would finally be free.
Huh.
Fane turns away, pensive and quiet. Even as a skull, you can see the pain etched into his face.
Come on, Fane, don't believe him.
So the updated Fane's thing of a Voidwoken, Fane's former assistant, asked him to use his divinity to free the Eternals from the God King and return them to the world. Okay. I just saw that you saved, yes?
I saved in the middle of that conversation just in case something was...
Right. I'll allow you to do the honors. Also, your characters are not chained up.
Yeah, I ran myself over during that conversation. All right.
The truth hangs heavy upon the air itself, unspoken.
Into your
This
destiny.
is the point of no return. Somewhere beyond this
Come back to your
you shall be
destiny
undone,
later.
Or you shall ascend. There is no middle ground.
All right, I guess we're ready for our divinity here. I'm ready. All I got is the shit in my pockets.
I have a lot more than that.
Oh, penis.
End times. Confront Dallas. At last we reached our goal. Together we entered Lucian's tomb.
You know what we didn't do? Go and get...
Come here often. I don't know what you did, but you just released a source flood. I thought I'd come and see
We should go and get,
Should have known you
Sir
were getting
Laura.
yourself into trouble.
He's here.
Is he?
He literally just reported in.
I can't see him because Melody's talking to me.
Oh, he's standing along with Malady and Almir and everything.
Oh, there he is, Sir Laura. He's hurt though. Why?
Because he fucking always is. I have anathema.
You have anathema.
Remember, the thing I get to bang into Brachus Rex once?
One time.
Looks like the big moment has finally arrived. I will do everything I can to support you, Godwoken. I will pray for you. I think you'll need it.
I'm just going to respond with gratitude to Melody.
Don't underestimate the power of true prayer. This is a place of incredible power where a single prayer holds the weight of thousands. Your heart and soul will fill as quickly as they're drained.
Okay.
Consider it a taste of your divine future. The people will pray for you. In turn, they'll trust you to do right by them, as I'm trusting you to do now.
Okay.
Of course, it's up to you whether or not to listen. I know how I'd respond, but you do you.
You do you. Melody. Fucking Melody.
She's pretty much already thrown her lot in with us.
Oh, yeah. 2.5 acts ago. And I like that she used to treat us like idiot children, and now she's like begrudgingly like, alright, you did kill a bunch of ultra powerful things.
Treats us like idiot semi-grown children. It's great.
Looks like my investments paid off after all.
You've shown me kindness in the face of my sins.
On your knees, Tarkin, you fucking salty bitch.
You piece of garbage.
I've always preferred to be the one reaping the attention, but you've turned the tables. I suppose it's
Almira.
only how a new divinity may stand before me.
Almira, the only legitimately cool person that we freed from a sworn breaker.
Yeah.
Now go. Rivellon needs a new divine.
I maybe there's, I wonder if like, let me talk to Sir Laura.
Oh, source points have no cost. Source abilities have no cost. SP cost -3 is that buff.
It won't treat. You're right. The thing that you must understand about the other. I am.
Also, yeah, they.
For that, if
Redmond, aka a Geist, Dallas the Hammer, White Magister Elementalist, White Magister Markswoman. You need to ask Laura to rejoin you if you want, I guess.
Do I?
Aye, the
Oh.
The squirrel turns his nose up at you and turns away.
If you want him to tag along to the end.
So he is in fact technically attached to us now. We also can't talk to Melody, Elmira, or Tarkin.
We're busy praying us into costing way less source.
Go through a new save in the Tomb of Lucian. And I'm wearing the correct gear, which is cool.
And I'm gonna have to decide when I put on Anathema. I'm figuring Brachus has got to have at least 2 forms, right?
Yeah, you can pull it out. You can put it on with some AP.
I ready to do this?
Yeah, I am not going to put on my persuasion gear at all because I'm not here to persuade Dallas. I'm here to persuade her to end.
There's nothing
shit.
left to talk about. Hello, Lucian.
Fucking Lucian the Divine.
Dallas told me about you. You must be as hard as diamonds. And
no, I'm hard as diamond.
I'm hard as diamond right now. I got a justice boner.
Dance Claw's watching me.
Welcomes you.
Oh, my divine?
I'm here for your job. You didn't know they were training your replacement?
My divine welcomes me? Hmm.
The divine you thought dead lords over the chamber from a granite throne. He moves to
we thought was dead.
But it's that next pierces the air.
Oh no, could Friedemann be a secret bad guy?
What a twist.
What a twist indeed, Friedemann.
Lucian frowns at Friedemann, then turns to the silent monk standing near and smiles widely.
You motherfuckers.
The monk is Gareth.
Aw, man.
Seeker, but slave.
Oh, Gareth. He was always so devoted.
Gareth, what happened, bro?
Stubborn. In this form, his faith won't falter. The ideal servant.
I underestimated you, Godwoken. You have proven to be a formidable foe. You have my respect.
I don't want your...
I'm gonna make you swallow teeth.
I don't want your respect, Dallas. I want your fucking blood.
Blood.
Respect? Indeed.
I want to fucking slam Lucian with a mace.
Lucian the Divine is only level 20, which is bad news for Lucian the Divine.
That is a bad maneuver there, Lucian.
Lucian's gaze rests upon you and goes through you. He takes your measure entirely.
Better divine. Ready to fuck. Let's do this.
Lucian is like, you didn't build your class very well, Jeffrey.
Lucian.
He looks at me and shits his pants.
So, oh, that guy's ready though. We should tell him the truth.
That can one-shot me.
I guess do tell me the truth. What's the truth?
Yes, I agree. It is time we dropped our masks.
Drop undead or...
What?
Dallas nods.
Dallas is undead.
Then reaches for the sides of her head. Where there was one face, suddenly there are 4. She takes off the mask.
Are they all undead? Well, we knew that Dallas was undead from earlier. Oh, she's an eternal.
Okay.
I am eternal.
Yes, as your portrait and name say, you are in fact the eternal.
Aren't they just full?
Your bejeweled skull is pretty sweet.
My answers. Express my shock. Remark that this clarifies very little.
I knew it.
Fear not, Godwoken. Dallas is on the side of all that is good. She is helping me rid Rivellon of the influence of the Source. Listen to her.
Pass.
Pass.
I shall tell you the
Bitch, if you didn't have me locked in this cutscene, I'd be just sitting next to Lucian going, "What are you done talking, bud?"
Dave's got his axe held high above his head, and he's like, "Okay, just tell me the moment that you're done talking, please."
I'm just staring at you like, kaboom? Time for kaboom?
Long ago, the scholar Fane discovered that the veil between
Yeah, we know. He's literally here.
of Source.
I did.
I did.
Desired this power.
Of course.
I want Fane to be like, "Yep."
Bredeman is about to murder everybody else in the room.
No, for real.
Like, Dallas is calling him slave.
Our king forbade the 7 to reach for this power, but they didn't listen. Instead, they rebelled and sent the king and his people into the void.
With the Source they stole from the veil.
Zim, I remember that when we examined her and she had undead on there. I was like, well, okay.
Mm-hmm. An early thing to have learned, but kind of a little bit of an oversight from the developers.
Yeah.
You could have had a special thing that said immune to death magic or something.
You need worshippers.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep asking questions.
Just finding out some lore before I separate their heads from their bodies.
Yes.
From them. It's an ingenious system.
Oh, so you wanted sacrifices.
Our souls are nothing but vats for the source-hungry gods.
Not anymore.
The Seven made a mistake. By taking its source, they tore a hole in
So you guys
the
know
air,
that we killed
and it
the
is
Seven,
through
right?
this hole that the void finds its way into our world.
The Seven's lust for power let in the void. Our goal is to close the hole they created, to restore the source to the veil.
No ulterior motives there, Lucian. Just to do nice.
No.
And do nice things. That's it.
When we are done, there shall be no more source in the world. Rivellon will be finally free from the gods that enslaved them.
I mean, I assume that I can ask a bunch of these things, but I'm gonna start at the top.
Yeah.
My people cannot be allowed to return from the void. They are tarnished. They are void-woken. They can only bring chaos and death and...
There is more, but she hesitates to share it. Then she decides that she must.
I was a child when the God King tore my family apart. I was purged of source and left to rot in a putrid tomb. A child.
Oh, I feel so bad for you, Dallas.
It was hell. A hell I suffered for the sin.
Oh, are you fucking Fane's daughter?
He was the one that betrayed the God King. He was the one that told the Seven the secrets of the veil.
She seems to be Fane's daughter.
What?
The cruel joke of it all is that the same...
Fane, can you fucking weigh in here?
Just everyone turns and is like, "Hey, Fane."
He's over like looking at rocks or like inspecting the wall. Oh, what?
My mother and...
Oh my god.
Fane.
There it is.
Yes.
Fane, you care to chime in here, bud?
Seriously.
I know you're in elf form. But like,
he's literally pretending not to be Fane. He's like, my name is...
just pouring sweat down his fucking fake elf face.
My name is Treeballs Stumpfucker. I am a elf. I love
Spain. Spain, Mikel.
Spain. Okay.
What? No.
Okay, you're finally chiming in, bud.
Everything Dallas did. It was all you. Child.
That's where I turn around and go, Fane, I'm about to kill your daughter, and give me a thumbs up on this.
I'm gonna smash your daughter.
Everything I did to fix your mistake.
That's impossible!
Our people.
This is kind of a Star Wars right now.
It is.
Fane, I am your daughter.
All those weeping families. They're on your head,
I've been your father, but I ain't never been your daddy.
But now I have revenge. Revenge on the Seven and the God King.
Ah, yes, revenge, a famously good trait.
My life.
Exactly, that totally gives so much credit to your plan.
What's Fane's wife called?
This elementalist has like no armor.
Every crack and rasp betrays her grief, but her next words burn not with sadness, but anger.
Did you even look for me? Did you even look for her?
I'm Dallas, and I killed people by literally the boatload.
Dallas, control yourself. Our purpose transcends your personal wounds.
This dude's some god emperor of mankind business.
Yeah, the first thing I thought when I looked at his portrait was like a Warhammer 40k sort of deal.
100%, especially with the throne.
Then the eyes, like just the whited out eyes.
Also, I do like that one. I don't know. I spent like a month looking for you. It seemed like plenty. It was a long time.
Yeah. How long do you look for your daughter? I don't know.
Yes. You.
You have turned out mediocre, I guess.
You're fine.
I guess not fucking great, but we can work on it.
Dallas's reasons weren't mine to question. All that ever mattered to me was peace. Peace for Rivellon. Peace for me, whatever the means. And now, we are on the precipice.
Well, now I want to hear what happened. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, so obviously cry out in frustration would be like, let's just fucking fight. But
or you're not playing any of this probably leads you down the fight path. But we can still ask questions.
Sure.
Will you join us? Like, eat a bag of dicks.
She sacrificed herself for the betterment of Rivellon.
So Dallas refers to her old self as a different...
A separate Dallas?
Person? Yeah, Dejar. Warhammer 40k, I've never even really played it, but I know some of the lore from various things, and it's metal as fuck.
She didn't do it willingly, mind you. Curiosity led her to the tomb. My hunger for source took care of the rest. I presume her bones remain there.
Okay, so the real Dallas was also a terrible, horrible person. But she was killed at some point when she unearthed the tomb where Fane's daughter, name not given, was contained. And then name not given killed actual Dallas and took her life, basically.
Yeah.
And then I took her place. Face rippers are such marvels, aren't they? It didn't take long to realize that Lucian was the key to my
Yeah, they're not selling their shit pretty well, by the way. Also, Brackus is just there quiet. I'm just waiting for that.
That shoe is going to drop very soon.
Yeah. Yeah, the space orcs are the best. Because if they believe that something works, it just will. Collective idealization or something. Ideation. I don't know.
Ideation, yeah.
She wants peace?
Yeah.
While Dallas sought the Aetiran, I started draining the gods of their
Solution the darkness?
Slurp, slurp, slurp.
Brackus, the first thing you've said in a while, and that's what you're going with?
The God King, man.
First thing we've had in common there, God King.
Slurp, slurp, slurp.
One more word from you, and I shall use the leash.
Ooh, do it.
It's time,
it.
Brackus.
I want to see what he does if you use the leash.
I had to hide from the gods.
Brackus just wants like, to suck up all of the source that they're compiling here.
It worked.
What the fuck is tenebrium?
Even the gods thought me dead.
Apparently something that stops the gods from seeing shit.
Okay.
As divine, I was created, empowered to stop the void. I was the avatar of the Seven, their strength and their weakness. My bond to them allowed me to drain them of their source.
You could just be like, so Brackus, what do you think about all this?
Yeah, I'm still, it's so far, it seemed like number one has been the, like, actual more information thing.
Yeah. Oh, that's fine,
Okay. Because Vredeman is gonna do his thing.
Yeah, no, Brackus is gonna Brackus.
Oh, Tenebrium was from Divinity Original Sin 1. Oh yeah. Okay, I was like, they dropped that name very obviously, and it sounded like it was important, but I do not remember it. But yes, Das 1. Thank you, Zim.
Yes, in a sense. When the death fog was unleashed, many elves died. With fewer elves to worship him, Tias and Dilius weakened. This gave the God King his first real foothold back in the world.
Ugh. Cut to Dave shaking with axe in hand.
God, gonna just kill all of you.
To strengthen himself, he sent his Void Woken, the remnants of my people, to hunt down the sorcerers seeking to reclaim
Just
their
like
source.
Redman's just like, yeah, it was fun.
It was cool.
The Voidwalker. Disgusting things. They ravaged the land they touched and infected the air they breathed. They were also an incredible stroke of luck. You see,
I don't like the way you're talking about that.
Made them easier to capture.
Yeah.
Oh, so just sorcerers and Voidwoken the whole time had no link.
Yeah, I mean, we pretty much had a feeling about that.
So fuck you. Sorcerers have gotten a real bad rap because of this. Free sorcerers for all.
The Eterran now contains almost all of the source the Seven stole. Soon, we will be able to heal the Veil.
The void shall be banished, and I, Lucian the Divine, shall return from the
we
dead.
come so hard.
Unlikely, Lucian.
A false divine, of course. I shall have no power. But
oh, you shall have no power, you say?
I will ensure this.
I shall demand peace, and we shall have it.
The plan is almost complete.
We have made so many sacrifices, Godwoken. All of us. Of ourselves and those
I left it in the car.
I have some extra source in my pocket right here.
Go run and grab it from the car, but I will be right back.
It's one of these pockets. Let me just... oh, here it is. Here's that source.
I kept, but no source.
Decide. Be the true hero and give up your source, or be forced
Are we allowed to
submit,
just be like Sobrak
like
is?
a coward, like a slave.
There is no other way. The source of the world is required to close the veil. All of the source. We only lack yours.
Yeah, I guess say that. I like you can be like, fine.
Yeah, right. Well, let's just do this. I tire of living.
As I say, one last sacrifice is required. Yours.
You?
Yeah, I would say two, I suppose.
We already had more than enough Godwoken.
So just calling
another
her.
Sacrifice I was forced to make.
All right,
those
two. I've heard enough.
Well, I want to hear about the Divine.
So that's true.
Good. You understand.
The world shall not know this. I shall return from the grave, a divine without power.
I have heard enough lies.
All who desire power shall fear me. I shall carry the secret of my lack of divinity.
The secret of my lack of divinity.
Yeah, because no one would ever find that out.
I've heard enough
Then
lies,
let us
you
proceed.
shitty pieces of shit.
Show some responsibility, Father! Surrender your source!
Yo, don't do it, Fane!
Sealing the veil will lock our people away forever. They will never be free of the void.
Okay,
Though if
okay.
they return, what becomes of this world?
Look upon my field of fuck solution and see that it is barren.
Fane turns to you. In all the time that you've traveled together, you've never seen him like this. He's trembling with emotion.
And you, my fellow adventurers. Together we have seen more than generations of mortals could ever see. You have seen the horrors of the void, and I have seen this world through your eyes. You showed me how beautiful it really was.
Oh, no,
There was
Fane.
no one else I
We're
would
throwing
trust
down,
to make this
baby.
choice. Whatever
Yes.
you decide.
Fane's on our side.
Fuck yeah. You know Los is down.
Oh, Los has already got the magic spell,
I
like,
didn't think she was gonna say anything, yeah.
half cooked.
You'll be a hero.
I actually really hope that Losa does have some,
Your name will be synonymous
like,
with the survival of Rivellon.
something to contribute to the end of this.
Don't let them do this to us.
Yeah, there's my girl.
Yeah, that's expected right there.
But, souls. There has to be another way.
Is this going to be a vote right now? For who?
I mean, it's 2 on... No, never.
Never.
Never!
If you want my soul, you'll have to take it by force. Try, and it'll cost you your life. This should have been yours.
Right?
This,
Mine,
like...
Never!
Yeah, that response sounds more like a Jeffrel. Okay, I suppose no, never, because you're in battle rage mode. All right, I'm gonna say you're gonna have to fucking take my sword, my soul.
Lucian, I'm gonna help you with something here. You're gonna learn today, Lucian the Divine. You're gonna learn today.
Your sacrifice shall be made for you, Dallas.
I'm sorry. You've come such a long way, but there is too much at stake.
I'm gonna fucking kill you so hard.
This is the end.
I'm gonna sit on the anathema until Brachus pulls his grand reveal.
Yes.
All right. Well, we can't do anything because we're all in this conversation, so I guess just let it rip. Lucian's faster than you.
Heaven's blessing. Ah. What was that shit? Oh, good. We all start with -1 AP.
Because he's right next to me. So he has increased resistances and stuff.
I gotta look at the quest log. End times. Okay, so Fane and Losa are still the same. Dallas and Brachus joined him in battle. Well, yeah, no kidding. This really makes me wonder how some decisions could have changed how this final
thing went down.
Exactly. Well, I'm gonna go over here.
Like the music is like not playing much from the SFX. So this heaven buff, by the way, the blessed, increases resistances, accuracy, dodging, protects against disease, decaying, petrified, and stunned. So it's like a 15% resist to everything across the board, 10% dodge, 20% accuracy.
But not knockdown.
Not knockdown, but yes, stun.
Okay, well, it's me, then Dallas, and then
Fane.
Then a couple, then Losa, then Elementalist, then you.
Also, remember your source point skills cost nothing. It's time to let it rip.
Yeah. I don't have the action points to do that off the bat. I got summoned Condor one last time.
I suppose. Fane's about to meteor shower like 4 of them.
Actually, this might be the biggest explosion that Boxbrit's ever been able to execute, so I'm gonna take a shot.
Bring in the mod for the last one.
Ow. Ooh, can I?
Careful, Redman will probably hit you if you move out of his shit.
Okay, I can get 3 of them. I couldn't get the 4th, but I'm gonna explode all these 3. Explosion!
Okay.
It was like 3,000 damage. That's pretty good.
I don't care about my source points because I'm revered.
Yeah, the sound effects are like
strangely muffled.
Yeah, really phased out. Chilly.
Oh, they're not gonna like me here.
Oh no, Twitch. Do not destroy Zim's stream, please. Oh shit. The epidemic of fire!
But wait. Now for my next trick.
After the time warp?
Mm-hmm. Do we want an ethereal storm, or do we want a meteor shower?
What does ethereal storm do? Is that the one that can heal us too?
It says random stuff, yeah.
And the meteor shower is just straight up damage?
Meteor shower, I can just fucking clown him, though.
Suddenly everything is fire.
Heard y'all liked fire damage.
Are you getting weird echoey shit as well, Dave?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, alright. Sounds the same for all of us. She just threw dust
She blinded
at
me.
you? That is such bullshit. How do I clear your blindedness?
Clear-minded, maybe?
Fucking pocket sand.
Yeah, Peace of Mind, which is a pyrokinetic. Do we have scrolls?
Well, would you look at that, Dave?
And Losis, yeah.
You got some bonuses now, too.
Sweet.
All right. You've already got regeneration under the way. Maybe I could use this. Mad Silence, Terrified Necro, Suffocating Plague for... Oh, Arcane Stitch would not have cleared your blindness, funny enough. Well, I got a couple of options here. I can try to top us all back off, or I can chain lightning. As many
right
of these.
now, like, I'm okay.
I just don't want somebody to fucking dominate mind you or something.
That's not a bad call.
So, like, I could chain lightning, but then I wouldn't be able to... I think if I just
Healing might be the better call.
Soothing Cold, because that'll get us magic armor per turn. Well, first of all, this is very effective, so I'm going to do this. And then
I got rid of the fucking Necrofire.
It did?
It did for me. Oh, wait. Nope, never
No,
mind.
it did for... Los is not on fire, but you guys are.
Huh, okay.
I just wanted to make sure you had a little bit
Fane is also not on fire, so I'll take it.
Oh, good. Let's see. I can have 2 points here. I could do... Oh, I think it's just Bone Spider time. Who's next? The Elementalist, but they have full armor. This Geist also has full armor. Who has the lowest armor here?
Do you have the ability, the AOP to spare to cast a haste scroll on me?
I could.
I think with that, it would let me potentially kill somebody. I'm not sure.
I don't know if I have a haste scroll to give to you.
That's fine.
I could... Does Losa get... No, she doesn't get Dome of Protection. Only we do.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Losa does have a haste in her bag, but it's up to you.
I can toss it and... What do I do with my last? I'll toss it and then I will... I might actually be able to Armor Frost me. Yeah, I'm going to do that. Alright, time to find that scroll. This one. I'm just going to click on your portrait.
Good call.
Pasted. You are shocked, so I think you'll lose 1 AP, but...
Yeah.
And then just a straight up Armor Frost on Jeffril.
Oh, fuck you, guy. I was just about to kill you.
Oh,
there goes my turn. Well, one of these days. Wouldn't be a fight, I guess, if I didn't just get immediately stunned instead of being able to kill things.
Wow, for bad guys,
you throw fireballs like a bitch.
For bad guys, they sure seem to be running away from us as quickly as they can.
That one did not.
Oof.
Alright, go to sleep.
Was that... Wait, was that
That was me critting him with an attack of opportunity.
Okay, I was like, why? How did that happen not on... Okay, yo, stop following me, please. Ow.
Oh, he hurts, huh?
He does. Guess I'm getting rezzed.
Indeed. Where would you like to go?
God, like,
where do you want to be rezzed?
That's a good question. I guess to the right of Gareth, maybe? Like, away from up top. That's where I'd want to be for archery, but, like, there's a marksman and Lucian and the elementalist up there. And until we get through some armor...
So, like, here?
Yeah, that's my guess.
I mean, Gareth is going to get to go pretty soon. Oh, actually, he goes after Losa. Alright, Finn, that was 3 AP.
That markswoman's gonna fucking dominate me, I bet. Oh. Well, now I'm up.
Best I could do.
Well, marksman fucking fang.
That's the one that goes through armor.
Yeah.
Alright, I finally get to do a thing.
Kind of unfortunate that it groups our entire party up in a circle and Lucian gets to go automatically first.
Well, gotta be true to my word, I guess.
Is this it for Dallas?
It may take a second, we'll see.
Yeah, okay.
That's okay, because I also have this in my pocket.
Are you feeling poorly, Dallas? Good. You shall not seal the veil.
Oh, shit.
And now it is time. I call on the God King. Come, claim what is yours.
How? What? You are unleashed.
Oh no! The God King got free and is doing bad stuff and nobody can control him? Oh my god.
You left the leashing wand next to me, you stupid maggot. So accustomed had you become to me pretending.
Oh boy, I kind of wish I killed Lucian before this.
Kill him.
Or not.
Do shut up, you tedious buffoon. And don't look so surprised. As if I would allow that bone-bag Dallas to enslave me. Me?
You thought mere magic could contain an evil this tremendous?
Now! Too late, you moldering, blight-stained pigs. Grant me power, my ally. God King, I call on you. You would interrupt
Yeah, I don't care.
You would interrupt the Source King. You shall redefine suffering.
The threat you shall redefine suffering is pretty rad. Ah, what's everything?
Okay, so some stuff just exploded. Okay, we just got teleported.
Oh boy.
Alright, Bracky is
do I get to be alive?
Indeed alive.
Fucking Brachus Rex. He's only immune to Inwebbed somehow. No, go away!
Cool.
Portrait. There we go. Is this the God King? Is this... Oh, it's the Kraken.
It says come to your father.
Are you listening to something right now? Oh.
Isbiel, Chem, The Sallow Man.
Aw, man.
So I'm really hoping that, like, Lucian and those scrubs help us.
Seriously. Like, they absolutely have to be fighting each other.
We're gonna kill all of them, but yes.
Dallas the Eternal is now yellow.
Oh, we're also gonna kill her.
What are you doing, White Magister Elementalist?
Solid question. Los is up. She's decaying, by the way.
Yeah, she is indeed. She's bleeding and she's on fire, so she'll take about 400 damage, but she's got 1388, so she ain't gonna die right away.
Guarantee someone has a Fortify Scroll.
Yes. I'm thinking... Oh, game, don't crash.
I just hit auto sort.
Okay. I'm thinking the Resurrection Scroll, and then maybe...
yes, that is also clutch.
I try to resto myself.
Getting you back alive is probably objective numero uno.
Yeah. And I'm going to bring me over towards, like, up a level up here, kind of behind and to the left of us.
I'm hoping that Lucian... Actually, that's Lord Linderchem right there. I'm really hoping they fight each other. That has not been their strong suit when this has happened to us in the past.
Nope. Resto on Jeffril. And I guess I'm gonna summon Inner Demon for Losa.
God, it sure does take me a lot of turns to get to go.
Yes, Gareth is running to attack.
Gareth, go. Well, he didn't hit us.
That's fine.
I would shoot Chem.
Yes, Chem is... Oh my god, he's got 6,950 armor.
Yeah, they all have lots and lots of HP. I kind of wish I had sandwiched someone that wasn't Dallas.
Yeah, right. We just gone hard for Brackus instead or something.
Yeah, Jesus Christ. And this Kraken exists. I think we kill Brackus and traditionally makes the summon thing go away. Oh, I like that.
Yes, indeed. It was very effective. Actually, I don't actually want to use Arrow Storm here. I think I'm just gonna...
I don't know if there's some kind of aggro thing, but...
I'm just gonna straight up barrage Chem.
Fine with that. It did not go on us. Yo, you know what, Lucian?
Lucian! What's your fucking problem, big boy? What's your problem, too? Oh, wait, he's attacking me.
Salaman's hitting Lucian.
Okay, for a second I thought he was attacking me.
No.
Well, I'm not leaving...
Keep killing Chem.
I'm not leaving this because I've got... nobody can get up because I'm blocking the...
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, I'm saying we try and kill the Void guys first.
Yes.
I don't know why Lucian is fucking trying to just skank you.
I'm just gonna keep working Linder Chem, I guess.
Yeah. Wow, the Soul Bond. Vitality, damage, physical armor, and magical armor increased by summoning ability of Master. So, Bracky Boy has summoned all of these. So I think I know my plan.
It's just to try to hit up Brackus Rex as quickly as possible.
Introduce myself violently.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you also think we should try and kill all of these guys? Dallas is unconscious. We can't do anything with her right now.
No.
Oh, the Kraken spat him out. Yeah, the Kraken has a 10 in summoning, so that's great, I guess.
That's a lot of summoning. And then Jeffrel disappeared, and nobody has to worry about him anymore. Goodbye.
Stop it. God, stop it. Bye, Gareth. Thanks for taking those shots, White Magister Elementalist.
Apparently it says, I put an end to Gareth's torment as a silent monk, but,
Okay. I mean, Fane has got full HP, is all I'm saying, right? So...
Yes. And he has so little armor. Is that because of the plague? Why is he encumbered?
He's
Okay.
encumbered because he took off his,
What is going on? Where are you going?
I don't know, where he just...
No, he's gonna squish me!
Hey, so ouch.
Yes. Double ouch!
Can I have a term home slice?
Holy shit. I am back down to 313 HPs.
That's not that many HPs.
It's not as many as I would like. What is taking damage in there?
Yeah, I see that. Oh, it's Dallas unconscious.
Oh, but you can't die. Okay. Can I heal up Dallas? Just for like 1 second.
Is there something that's weakening me? Oh, plague.
Plague.
Damage minus 30%, eh?
Yeah.
Don't like that.
Fucking Sallow Man.
I'd have to hit like a max roll to kill it.
You can bless yourself if you have an extra point.
Nothing costs points.
Well, AP? Does bless cost... It costs 1 AP. Is what I mean to say. Bless gets rid of...
Plague and Necrofire.
Yes. So now you might be able to dump that guy.
You fucker. 109.
109.
I wanted to kill him, which would let me continue moving. Are you meteor showering me?
Oh, jeeb.
Okay.
Linda Chem, attack anybody but Jeff.
I think he's saying the matters. I think...
Nope, he's just hyper dumping Fane. This shit's still fucking falling.
Storm.
It's my turn.
It's hurting them and healing us.
Oh, okay.
That's the elemental storm that Fane started channeling.
Okay.
Every turn it drops some bombs. Lucian's almost dead. That White Magister Markswoman is probably going to die from the Necrofire next turn.
No, they're not on fire.
No.
I mean, fuck it. I don't know. Put Fane over here.
That works.
Good luck, buddy. I got no healies
He's
to
next.
offer you.
It's fine, he's next.
Am I gonna die from Necrofire if I... 392 to 413, and I have 313 HP. Damn it. Quickly, to the scrolls!
Do you need a restoration scroll or something?
Something.
I have several in my bag.
Yeah, if you can send me one. That could be
I cannot.
good.
You have to just cast it from my bag.
Oh, okay. You have to unlock it, though. Is anybody... I guess Fane is over there, but is anybody decaying anymore?
Not that I see.
Okay. Because I think I might use the healing
decaying.
ritual.
I don't think that's a bad
that
idea.
costs 2. Wish I could.
Oh. Might just need to resto yourself.
Ah, that would be so painful, Alex, getting to the end and not having, like, things to use, basically. Bane is still encumbered.
Yeah, it's because when he used that move, it cut his constitution, so now he's carrying his shield. But he's over his weight.
He needed base con to actually have the shield on. Yeah, I couldn't imagine trying to, like, blast through this game in any way. God, Lucian, you big fucking idiot.
I think just this. And then for round 2...
I fucking love the Kraken's just over here. Hey, look, it's a dangler. Kraken should be nice to us. Question is, where the fuck even are we as well?
The in-betweens.
Sure. Do you have a giant poison flask or something you can chug?
I do.
Good, good.
Now, do I get the Incarnate up to start wailing on Brachus? Or... do I throw an Epidemic of Fire at this crew?
What, the Chem... Lucian...
White Magister, Salaman, Lucian. I think I get the Incarnate up.
What's the button to show outlines
Incarnate
again?
actually cannot make it. It's tilde.
There it is.
The Incarnate cannot make it this turn, so I'm actually going to throw this Epidemic.
Burn the Markswoman, burn the Salaman, burn Lucian, burn Chem. Hey, what the heck?
Yeah, there goes Lucian as well.
He did get up.
Lucian died. Or is unconscious.
Oh, ah. Oof.
Made it.
I live. Well, I sure don't want to be over here anymore. You think I should just transfer over towards you and try to help? Or should I keep... I Can't knock anybody down.
You are in the
yet.
circle of protection. You can bless yourself to get rid of the necro fire. That's the only way to get rid of that.
The soul bond makes somebody immune to charm.
I think so.
It doesn't say it specifically. Because Linda Kem has no...
I'm gonna go fucking hit Brackus with Anathema.
I think this is a good idea. I'm gonna chug a potion.
Assuming I live. There's a lot of people that go before me. I've got like 5,500 they'd have to go through.
For you to live, you mean?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm gonna try to save Los's life, I think.
Okay. Fane should be fine. He's got line of sight too.
Okay, that worked.
Oh, what up, bitch?
Somebody's on our team now.
I'm into that.
I could technically also charm.
Man, you could do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, try it, man. If it lets you, fucking do it.
I'm just gonna inspect him real fast to make sure that he's not. Yep.
Frozen, chilled, warm, wet, diseased, infected, decaying, and webbed.
Get on our team, buddies.
Get on our side, bitches. Thanks for the lore, Fane, as they steal more source points that I'm not using.
Slurp, slurp, slurp. Why did... Oh,
wait.
Is Brachus Rex also undead? Yes.
Alright, Fane, you get some shit out of your bag here. I don't even know why you have this much in it. Oh, because Jeff sent some shit for me to identify right before this fight started.
Just send it all to the Lady V.
It doesn't actually take AP. Now we're cooking with gas.
Are you tallying yourself up there?
No, I'm gonna drop the incarnate on his head.
Oh, cool. So I gotta start working through that armor at some point. He's not a poison incarnate, though. Yeah, because it's not a poison surface. Cool.
Apparently too far away for me to buff, though.
That doesn't seem to make sense.
I could move 0.2. No, target's too far, right? I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, but okay.
Oh god, I have double plague. That's probably a good idea.
Scrolls. Hello.
One dunk, two dunk. Oof.
Nice. That shit hurts.
Oof. Okay, well,
that's fine.
Used Brachus Rex's turn. Please stop exploding my avatar.
It blew you up really hard. Which got rid of the charms. And also Losa, huh?
Yes. But how did that work? Why did Linda Kem... Why did both of them? Yeah, I guess you get hit by a AoE spell and you become uncharmed.
I think it's because you died.
Oh, maybe. go Bracky. Hold on 1 second. Oh, that dome of protection is fine. I was just saving just in case we try to use anathema and it's somehow there's a trick to it or something.
That's what my last AP this turn is changing, and then next turn I get to try it.
I hope he doesn't jump away.
Oof. Well, bye, anathema.
Did it break?
Yeah.
Do you... Oh boy.
Wait, I have one idea.
Okay. Not looking good. Okay.
Let's put my fucking weapon back on.
Yes, Kraken, we know you're big and spooky. Now please burn your friends. Oh, did you
How
just
does that only hit me?
place that perfectly so it didn't hit the other two?
Fuck, bud.
Oof, well it's good you put resist death on.
Yeah, that was the point.
Do you have enrage and onslaught and all that stuff ready?
Things. Onslaught is still on cooldown for another 2, but I have some options.
Okay. Well, it made a cool noise when you knocked his ass on the ground. Oh, I sure hate you, Isbel. I wish we could have ripped your face off. I wonder if the end of this game scales at all. Or like if you're not powerful enough coming in, you don't like... I don't know how it's supposed to work. Your undeath will last until next turn, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay. So you get one more try after this?
Yeah, and I'm looking for a Fortification Scroll so I can make it so I can't be teleported away. Do you have any?
I will look.
I mean, I'm banking hard on this,
And Brachus
win
fight. Well,
there's one on Los's.
It's unlocked. There's no, well, whatever that one was a miss. What?
I don't know.
Did she attack Brachus Rex?
Did. Alright, Brachus, my boy.
Why?
You have 5,000 now.
Oh, maybe she has a poison staff? Yeah, she healed him a bit. Well, that's it for Brachus. Is that it for it?
Oh man, that fucking work. Got it.
Well, you are here, and none of the other motherfuckers are.
Everyone else died, it looks like, which is kind of what we wanted. We wanted everyone to hit the dirt.
Are you in a conversation? I can't listen to it.
Yeah, it says Lucian struggles to rise, but the weight of his own pain leaves him to gravity's mercy. You can't click on my character portrait or anything?
No, because I'm dead.
Time is done, but your source burns so bright I'm all but blinded by it. Be wise and true, Godwoken. I am no hero, but wisdom and truth. These are values I always believed in. Dallas groans in pain. I have failed. The future of all that is rests on your shoulders.
Is it?
Okay. I got to come back to life now.
She casts her gaze around the crypt in awe.
After everything we've been through, after everything we've seen, here we are. Here I am. And now that I see godhood before me, I know what I have to do.
You have to let go of your claim to the divine and not fuck with us and try to fight us?
Can we, like, do the opposite of what they're doing and just, like, dump the source out into the world? No divine, just everything is source?
Everyone's a superhero?
Everyone's super, everyone's normal?
Chief.
I hope there's an option like that. Oh yeah, she calls you Chief.
You need to ascend.
Okay. I was like, please don't make this one final fucking fight.
There's no one I would trust with this responsibility but you. I know you'll do what needs to be done, what ought to be done. And I know you'll do it with style.
I mean, you can go with 4. It's the
I love you, Losa. Yeah.
Her eyes flash and sparkle with tears. She quickly wipes them away and feigns kicking you down a road.
Aw, adorable.
Back at you, Chief.
It's like, I don't trust you.
Yeah, wait, I want to see what Fane says.
You've got business to attend to.
Well then, this is, as they say, it.
Cool.
I never dreamed that after all this, I would be standing here with one of your kind. Let alone that I would be proud to do so. I cannot imagine someone I would trust more with divinity.
He's come so far along, our little Skeleboy.
Fane lays a
I will do my best.
Shoulder, squeezing.
Aww.
I think I want to see if there's
you will.
a way to not have any divine.
You think back on your journey here, on all that you have seen.
As I'm just on fire, of course.
You think of the Magisters and the sorcerers.
Yo, I want to loot Brachus Rex. I know it doesn't matter, but I just want.
I want whatever he has.
You think of how the Eternals came as Voidwoken to reclaim their stolen world.
The narrator does his best last time on.
You look at the source around you. The power is immense. Divinity at your fingertips.
At your fingertips.
You think of what you could do with such power. The rights you'd wrong, the wars you'd win.
Well, there's not gonna be any wars.
You marvel at your journey and how it has changed you. You think of those you left behind, and of those you met along the way, who stood by you or against you.
Oh.
Can we just be like, none of us? If we all say no?
Choose your fate, and the fate of all you hold dear. What shall it be? Shall you be divine?
I don't know. I'll, not to break the tension, but I'll do a save at this dialogue option, and we can try both refusing divinity. I mean, but then
yeah, because if it If Fane's like, well, okay, I'll do it, then I think we roll it back.
Yes, yeah. If either Losar or Fane are like, well, then I'll become divine.
Yeah.
Your choice is made.
So I mean, I'm gonna say it shall not be
Purest
me.
black breaks through. The chill of death, then its very visage, the pale skull at the heart of the void. This is the God King himself.
Not one! There is not one who will choose divinity. What fools! They have power within their grasps, but they fail to take it.
Can this guy just fucking die already?
Inferior. Victory is mine. My people! The world is ours once more. The reign of thieves is at an end. These so-called races will be our slaves and our food stuff.
I think he's about to claim divinity. In which case we super need to reload.
Yes.
We are the real. We are.
Yeah, so there's end, so I can click that. You just want to play it out and see what happens, but I did...
I suppose we can.
I have that save.
It might go into
here.
a long end credit thing. We can play it out, but like, pretty certain this is the bad ending. This is 100% about to be the bad ending.
Yeah. How... It doesn't make a huge amount of sense based on the fact that...
Yeah, us being like, I don't think it should be me, it doesn't mean like, God King snipes.
A tale that began with my own ill-fated attempt to rid the world of the Godwoken.
Suppose we'll see a few different endings here, D-pad.
The Eternals reclaimed the world.
And they actually were very nice.
Lizards and humans all became
Unfortunately
slaves,
not.
ruled over by the Sworn and the Eternals. The God King had defeated the Seven and returned from the
He didn't defeat the Seven, we
Relics
did.
of the
That was a
old
very
world
counterintuitive
remained,
click.
But in time they crumbled and fell.
And also, we literally murdered Brachus Rex and he was dead on the ground.
Yeah, for real, what a little punk bitch. I demand my attack of opportunity.
Yeah.
As for me,
I'm a skeleton and I'm
free from
dead.
the Covenant,
That's when to go.
But the God King never forgot my failure. Each day may be the day that I will be finally punished. That I may finally pay for my sins.
What? What is this?
We're on a boat now?
We're on the Lady V. Is all the spirits of the other characters?
Let's talk to Melody.
Well, here we are again. You, me, get an eyeful. It isn't going to be easy cleaning. I don't know how I could have been so wrong about you. I'm never wrong.
Oh my god, my options are like, tell her she shouldn't speak that way to a disciple of the God King.
How boring. You'll see, you little so-and-so. This isn't over. Until we meet again, all the best to you.
I think this is just the talk to people outro.
This is the dismount.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we definitely aren't going to be continuing with
I don't
that.
think we will have this be the canon ending.
No, no. Also, didn't make much sense. Like, if there was like an evil ending, where
if I was like Fane or Losa, I mean, I know you can become sworn to Brachus Rex earlier. Because I mean, that would make sense. It's probably an interesting twist on the ending where you're like fighting with him.
Yeah. Just against Lucian and the rest of the crew.
Suppose I will choose the accept divinity option and see if there are other choices.
Yeah,
if there are, I mean, we might as well
try doing it
run
and see
through
what
a
happens.
couple of the endings.
Yeah. So I'm still curious if it's going to be like,
I'm
no.
not clicking no anymore.
Yeah. Well, it'd be interesting if we both click yes, if it makes us throw down, or if
you were
like,
dead. I call dibs.
Well, I'm gonna claim divinity.
Take a deep breath.
Ready?
Sure. Yep.
Well, what the... Oh, so it's you and Fane versus me
and Fane versus you and Losa.
Yeah, okay, and I am Ascendant, and you are Ascendant, but the other two are not.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
I mean, we can just have one say no and one say yes if we don't want to spend an hour doing a PvP match.
That's the thing, that if I really, really wanted to try to beat your character, the only way I would do so would be by running from you endlessly.
Yeah.
I'd have to run and invisible and...
I don't know if you and Losa would be able to beat Fane New Summons plus me.
Exactly. Yeah, we're not the damage side of the equation.
We did not build that way, yeah.
Yeah. So, like, and again, I still think my character might be able to take yours down, but it would take 30 rounds of me running away with the pawn and then shooting you once and then running away with the pawn and shooting you again and slowly whittling you down. And also, I still have all my...
Yeah, I mean, if I get close enough to you, I can kill you in one hit, though, is the thing.
Yeah, that's the problem. So it would just be an endless runaround. And I also have all the items and stuff from before for both of us, too.
That's
so.
him. Yeah, let's just reload it and have one say yes, one say no, and see what happens.
Yeah, well, we can even try the reverse as well. Do we get an elf ending if it's you? Do we get a lizard ending if it's me?
Potentially.
Does it really matter which one it is?
That's going to be my guess, is it doesn't really matter, and it's just like, the god, whoa, okay.
Alright, do you want to try yours first, and then we can try mine?
Sure.
Also very weird at the end where you say, no, I don't want Divinity, Brackus just kind of takes it, and then suddenly you get insta-teleported to the Lady V. And Malady's like, yep, I just did it with my magical trick ability spells.
I kind of figured from a while ago there was going to be a PvP thing.
Alright, I will pass and you will take.
Sure.
After all that you have been through, and all that you have done, all that you have become, the Aetheran lies in front of you. Divinity is yours to take, or to sacrifice. What you do next decides your own fate, and the future of the world. What shall you do with Divinity?
Okay. So we can give the source back to all the peoples, release Divinity into the world when everyone is divine, known as divine, fulfill my destiny, or allow myself and all the world to be purged of its source.
Okay. Well...
So I think the overall one that I want as our canon ending is releasing source into the world.
Yeah, I think I kind of like the idea of no more gods. Enough of this higher plane bullshit playing around with people's lives.
So we can try out the fulfill your destiny one and the allow yourself and all the world to be purged just to see them.
Yeah.
And then do the give the source back to the peoples and then ride that out as the canon ending, I think.
Okay, well, try...
So I will try becoming the new divine first. We'll see if it's like elf oriented at all.
Yeah. Music's happier. Ba, 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 ba.
And so it ended.
Linda Wendigo, you're still dead.
Began with my own ill-fated attempt
Yeah.
to rid the world of the Godwoken.
Like many times.
A new divine rose, a true heir to the Seven, more powerful than ever, and united Rivellon in its battle against the Void. All across the realm, he was loved, worshipped, and adored. Humans, lizards, elves, and dwarves all rallied to his banner. The Great Allegiance stood once more.
I don't think it's
but
race
the war
specific at all.
continued. From the depths of the Void, the God King still sought
I think you're right.
As for me, I was free.
So that just
the
kind
God
of
King's
keeps the
terrible
status quo.
tyranny. I avoided an eternity of pain and suffering. Now I fight for the other side.
Oh, hooray!
Now
There you go, Linda Wendigo.
I fight for the divine.
But you'll be in the third game.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, ooh, look, you have... Oh, no, you're just regenerating.
Yeah.
Your character's all shiny, though, you see?
Oh, shit. You're very bright.
Is that because you are the divine?
I don't think it's the leader inside. I'm pretty certain it's the divine thing.
I actually can't inspect you, either.
I can't either, so...
Well, I guess I'll go talk... Do you want to talk to Melody and see what she says? Like, hey, good job. She looks almost angelic.
Well, here we are again. You, me, and the ship I've saved from ruin for your personal benefit. I'd say you owe me, but why state the obvious? Get an eyeful, Your Holiness. I expect it's the last we'll see of each other for some time.
She turns to you, arms crossed, and grins.
Look at you. Magnificent.
None of this would have been possible without you.
Don't I know it?
Alright, fucker.
Let's hope it pays off.
She fingers the mask covering her face. For a moment, it seems as though she's about to remove it. But instead, she places a hand on your shoulder.
I want to see her without the
Come all way
mask.
Together. I did my best by you all the way. I sacrificed much. But I'd give even more to see you become exactly what you've become. Soon, I'd like to have a little chat about something you can do for me.
Is it the undemonifying?
I believe that can work.
Maybe. Done. Magical god powers, I guess.
Enjoy. I certainly plan to do the same. Oh, I don't know. Around and about. Treat myself to some mead.
A lover or 300.
I like your style, Melody.
Melody, get some!
She's just gonna go on a tour, man.
Your Holiness.
Okay.
Alright,
so everyone's kind of happy that you're the Holy One.
Jahan.
Well, do we want to keep chatting with everyone?
There certainly seem to be a lot more people around on the boat. I want to see what happens. I want to see what happens if you talk to Fane, or actually, I'm gonna go talk to Losa. Is she like, "Hey, I'm sorry you didn't get to become God," or is it not programmed that carefully?
Hey there, Chief. So, here we are, after everything. Mere mortals still.
I can live with it. Nah, Losa's over here. Fane could be
Fane
downstairs.
was down the hold.
Right.
At the end of it all, I can't say I'm too disappointed. We may not have divinity, but we do have everything else.
I don't know what kicks it off to like the ending. And I'm gonna go downstairs, I guess, and look for Fane.
I think we picked ourselves a winner.
I like Losa's response.
There's nothing interesting down there. The future lies above, not below.
Oh, you can't actually go downstairs? That's funny. Losa, by the way, when I was like, what do you think of the new Divine? She's like, yeah, it's pretty good. I think we picked a good one.
I don't know if anyone's free of anything.
There's Fane.
But I'm bloody thrilled.
It's up front reading a book.
Let me finish this conversation. I'll come listen.
Fucking nerd.
Of course. Get loot, play loot, get loot, get glad.
That's awesome. Get loot. I asked her what she was going to do, and she said, get loot, play loot, get loot, get glad.
So, Chief, I guess this is it, right?
Wait, what? What do you mean, guess this is it?
Well, I mean
the top
you
one,
can
I
always
guess.
Come with me. I mean, I'm just saying.
There's no reason, like...
Well, absolutely I'd come with you. Being a traveling musician sounds like a hell of a lot of fun.
Maybe? I still love you.
As she turns from you, the whites of her eyes darken. The veins of
Oh
her face
no,
go
demon
grey. A
thing.
wicked smile curls her mouth. Suddenly, it's gone again. She winks, and you're left wondering whether you saw anything at all.
What?
See you around.
Okay, that was more worrisome than I thought. I guess she's got the demon under control. Cranley Hubert.
Fane's reading the encyclopedia like a fucking nerd.
What a nerd.
Interesting.
Apple.
His eyes stay fixed on the
Aardvark. What a strange creature.
Fane looks up, his gaze carefully drinking you in.
Don't you drink me in.
Fascinating.
I am.
Ooh.
The power of my people. The power of the Veiled. All in one delicate mortal shell. Who could have imagined?
Feels a little
Powers of the
strange.
universe rushing through your body and you feel strange? Heavens no.
The skeleton looks back to the book. You can feel the grief radiating.
Aw, Fane.
Sad boy in it,
I
Fane?
can't help thinking that I could have saved them. That I could have done something. Right.
Did the right thing.
An interesting concept. You creatures talk about right and wrong as if they are carved in stone somewhere.
It's a feeling
for all to
thing.
see. No. I made a choice. And I shall live with that choice until the end of days. That doesn't mean
That's
I
fair.
cannot mourn them, though.
Also fair.
They deserve that much.
The skeleton hefts Hubert's dog-eared encyclopedia. Its weight
Chuck it
heavy
off
in
the
his
side of the boat.
hands.
I've been rereading this book, looking over your history once again, poring over every detail.
You know what? You
with
don't
new
make sense.
perspective, And you know what? It's shit.
Ah, Fane.
Fane tosses the book over his
Yeah!
shoulder.
Yeah!
It flutters
Fuck
in the air
that
as it
book!
sails over the ship's railing
Fuck you.
and
Somewhere
disappears
Cranley's
with a
like,
faint splash.
If you have spent your life staring at a thing, you can write about it with knowledge. You can write about it with love. But it is almost impossible to write about it with wonder. You creatures have spent your lives trudging about this world, and you've grown blind to its miracles.
suppose
Take
you're right.
otters, for example. Energetic, waterproof cats, utterly beautiful creatures.
You're speaking a lot of sense right now, Fane.
Did you know they're secretly octopuses? Octopi? Octopods? I shall have to look that up.
And once you get a new encyclopedia.
The world is filled with
Oh no, my encyclopedia!
Oh, fuck no! I'm filled with regret.
of them with the awe they deserve than someone seeing them for the first time.
I can't imagine anyone better for the
There is
job.
the idea that nothing is ever truly created or destroyed.
The
I suppose we are
concept
all
of the
source,
preservation of
just
information in the
different
universe.
forms. You being the cruder, less jewel-encrusted form, naturally.
I don't know, I'm pretty shiny right now.
But my people were source too. Although we didn't know it at the time.
Finn, are you my
And
dad?
our source helped create you.
Oh, daddy.
In a way, I was walking alongside the best version of them the entire time.
Aw, shucks.
In you, I found a home better than the one I was pining.
Where'd you get that other book from?
Thank you, Godwin.
It's just volume 2.
The first one was shit. He's got to double check the second. Okay. I do not believe it's going to be different depending on which one of us is.
Yeah. The only thing is that Losa mentioned, like, oh, I'm glad that I asked about the other guy who we chose, and she was like, I think we picked a winner. I wonder if that's going to be particularly different.
Well, if we're going to do it, reload and do it, because it's midnight,
Well,
and we got at least 2 more endings to go through.
The last thing I want you to check is this little devil over here. How do they still...
Oh, no, you should be thanking me. I just saved the world from the great acorn. You're welcome, by the way.
Okay.
Sir Laura, what?
Some creatures have no sense of perspective.
A huge grin slowly
Thank you for your
spreads across the
service,
squirrel's
Sir Don
small
Quixote.
face.
Of course, had you not stopped this god king and his lackeys,
There it is.
would have been very little left
You're welcome.
for me to save. So,
The cat moves forward, twisting around your legs and filling the air with
Oh, what up? What up, Quirkus?
Quirkus, can't you please use divine powers and make Quirkus a real cat again, please?
please have a little decorum.
Quirkus
I'm gonna
arches
scratch
his
that
back,
cat.
almost dislodging Sir Laura, who just smiles.
Pet the cat.
This battle is won, my friend, but we still have a war to fight.
The Knights of
We've undone
Dre.
the Great Acorn, but the Knights of Dre are still out there. They summoned the Great Acorn once. They will be able to summon it again. We have to destroy their order. once and for all. That
Yes.
is the future Quercus and I have ahead of us. We no longer need a shield, but we are very
Aww.
It's been an honor. If you ever need my help again, you're welcome to ask.
I pray we will not need to.
There's still no context for any of this. But he is level 22, which makes him 2 levels more badass than us.
Oh no, he's been training.
Ow, Quercus! There is no one that we would rather have walked this world with. I do not know what comes next for you, but you will always have a friend in the forest.
What a great voice actor for Sir Laura.
Oh, I think you have something in your eye, my friend.
Oh, Dave
The cat
is
curls up
crying.
and snuggles into his squirrel friend, who
Mhm.
quietly sits and sniffs on the deck.
You fucking yandere squirrel.
Oh my gosh. Senpai, I don't care about you. Please notice me.
Quercus has noticed me.
Okay, the last thing I want to check is the Red Prince is up here. I'm going to talk to his spirit. See if there's anything useful.
I mean, there's the Red King, there's Beast, there's Sabile. They're all here.
The Red Prince is the only one I would talk to because of Lizard, but...
Well, well, look what the cat dragged in. A god woken. But there's still, I can't say I'm completely displeased. Perhaps this...
Why are you
was
naked?
Not all for naught.
Why is it completely naked? Alright, well, you can do whatever you want in the afterlife, I guess.
I guess they just have, like, one-liners.
Yeah, he just said to me, like, I don't know if you talked to him, it might be something different, but to me he was like, God woken. There's no divinity in this for me, or for you.
Divinity suits you.
Ah, they're okay.
He just tells me Divinity suits me, but he could see one better, which I think he's probably talking about.
So it's just a, yeah. Okay, I don't really think we need to do the I'm divine difference ending. The difference for Thane was like 2 lines.
Yeah, I think so.
And for Losa...
If you want to do the yes, and then we can try relinquishing it, we can see what it gives the little cutscene there, and then we can do the make everyone release all the source kind of thing, make everyone a superhero.
So,
and I would ride that one out as canon.
Yeah, I'll accept it. You refuse. We'll
and then you try
cast the source
sacrificing yourself. Well, so I want to try the sacrifice one and see the cutscene for that first.
Oh, to do the
what they planned.
Okay. I think that probably is worth
here
it.
And
yeah.
we have that save. We might as well, like, I don't care about talking to people, but we might as well see what the little cutscene is.
Zim, I feel so bad about killing the Red Princess, Sadha, yeah.
Well, I think it was basically either we saved Sadha or we could give Linda Wendigo that scythe. I don't think there was more than one, unless we, like, stole it back from Elmira somehow.
No, because they break when they're used.
Or they, like, lose their charge or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. I kind of wished, I was really hoping that I'd be able to, like, because I pretty much effed over the Red Prince, even though he's the future king of my people.
He also kind of sucked, though.
Yeah, he was a huge dickhead, and I didn't necessarily want him to die.
A little bit of a bitch.
Yeah, Sabile is a hardcore bitch.
Right. So I am going to say no.
I am going to claim divinity.
After all that you have been through, and all that you have done, all that you have become, the Aetheran lies.
Look at that swagger walk.
Divinity is yours to take.
Where does
you
the tail
immediately
go?
Strike dramatic pose as soon as you're in the chair.
Or to sacrifice. What you do
Okay.
next.
Yeah, because you have the option for allow yourself and other world to be purged of source. I want to see what that cutscene is, and then we can just do the source back to the people.
Yeah.
Because realistically, with 2 of us, like, if this were you and I are being brothers in this, I think we'd probably just be like, fuck it, neither of us, let's just send it out.
Yes. I mean, the real goal was that we don't want to have to fight or kill each other to fight over divinity. That was, that was hanging over our heads for a while.
Tale that began with my own ill-fated attempt to rid
But
the world of the Godwoken.
This will be interesting to know whether or not I became a catatonic Zombo.
Dallas the Hammer, the secret eternal, purged the Godwoken, and used the source to close the veil to the void. The world was saved. Statues in memory of the Godwoken who sacrificed their source were erected all across Rivellon. They would never be forgotten.
Strangely positive.
The half-demon Malady took pity on the soulless
More than
Godwoken
that.
silent monks and brought them to the Hall of Echoes.
Oh, cool.
There, from the scraps of their souls that remained, she restored them to life.
What? Melody's
Damn,
like a...
thanks, Melody.
They lived out the rest of their lives, freed of the burden of being the Godwoken. Freed from the weight of the world.
What a dope option.
As for me, I was already free. And so were the others. The Godwoken sacrifice severed the bond between the Sworn and the God King. To atone for my sins, I spent the rest of my days taking care of the sick and elderly, telling the story of the Godwoken, that the world may never forget the
That's a really stylized artwork of us.
Rivellon had ever known.
Okay. Oh, but I'm not catatonic. Wait.
No, well, I mean, this is... I think he's just letting us talk before we would, in theory, go...
Oh, I
we
still
don't have any source points anymore.
I was gonna say, I have Spirit Vision and Source Vampirism, but no source points.
No source points.
Alright, Melody, what do you got?
Melody stands tall.
Ah, there you are. More than a silent monstrosity.
Oh, this is after she's brought us back.
In the end, I'm not totally convinced it was worth my while to restore your consciousness, seeing what you've done with it so far.
Melody undid all of the catatonia for all of the people who got unsourced.
This is after the cutscene. Trying to find Ally and Lucian is dead.
Well, he was unconscious.
Yeah, I suppose.
How is so bored. Unfortunately for me, still, I'd expected quite a bit more from you. I was interested in being owed a favor by a shining
That's fair.
god, not some emperor of the realm. Never mind. I'll find another way. I always do.
She fingers the mask, covering her face.
We've
I wonder
come
if
a long way
we
together.
send the source out to
Did my
everything if
best
she
by
takes it
you
off. Who
all the
knows?
way. Sacrifice much.
She looks you up.
I guess this will have to do. Take a moment, why don't you? Relax. Enjoy. I certainly plan to do the same. Oh, I don't know. Perhaps up until
Gonna
we
get
find
some sex. There we go. All right. We'll see if there's a difference with like the companions. This is an interesting ending. Like it.
You are a very, very, very lucky person. If Malady hadn't restored us, well, I'd be a drooling monstrosity, but a vengeful one.
That's pretty funny. I'm exceedingly glad that things did not turn out that way.
I would have made an awful silent monk. A Losa
Alosa
must
must
sing,
sing.
and that's that. Get loot. So, Chief, I guess this is it, right? I won't forget
So
you.
very,
You can
very
always come
similar.
find-
As she turns from you, suddenly it's...
See you around.
Okay, so pretty much the same minus like, hey, you're a god now. Everybody seems to be slightly unhappy with the whole idea of
The source going away.
yeah, just completely
Well,
removing.
also with us turning everyone into silent monks.
Yes, well, temporarily.
No
I'll
more
have a
source.
quick
No more
chit chat with
powers.
Fane, and then we'll run it back.
Don't worry, darling. I know you reform my ways.
Her eyes flick down to your mouth. She smiles coyly, then slinks
At least we're
forward.
not
What?
silent monks.
I can't.
Almira pouts in disappointment.
Almira, I can't let you kiss me. Your boyfriend is here.
Oh, no matter. We'll always have our first kiss. Who knows? A nice cottage someplace quiet for Mahalia and I. But a girl needs some fun.
And Almira just got banged everybody on the planet. The end. Okay, I'm listening.
No. Or so then again.
It's
so,
basically the
what do you
same
think you'll
thing.
do? Now,
Yeah.
the source of that, I'm sure the bards will sing of your heroics for generations.
And Fane seems a little less
The
like.
skeleton heft.
I've been rereading it. Shit.
Fane tosses the
Yeah, there's the shit bit.
Take off or octopus regard. Do you know? I suppose my in a way in you.
Oh, trust me, I'm super down.
And you.
I'm super down with the open relationship thing, especially in this game. It's just that I haven't talked to Mahali about it yet. And, communication is very important.
How the fuck are you still around, you weird little orphan child?
That is the strongest little boy in the history of Rivellon.
He was just fucking wrestling deer for their antlers in the woods alone.
Oh, you can court the Red Prince? Hmm.
Not surprised.
You, the Red Prince, and his wife in any combination? He's into spanking. Receiving or delivering?
¿Por qué no dos?
I could be both. I just...
Oh, you're in a throuple with him and his wife, yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of what I figured. Okay, so I will claim Divinity.
I said no.
After all that you
Take
have
my little
been
walk from down up there where I died 4 times, right past the Salaman's corpse.
Continue.
I have to find out for myself. Okay, maybe next time I'll court the Red Prince as a female lizard. Or a male.
Or as a male lizard, I don't think it matters.
No, it doesn't. I'll court him as a skeleton.
Or to sacrifice. What you do next.
All right, I will release
back to the people.
Divinity into the world. It's a happy sounding ending.
So far, yeah.
I don't think any relationships in this game are gender locked.
A tale that began with my own ill-fated attempt to rid the world of the Godwoken. When the dust settled, no new divine had risen. Instead, all source was released into the world for all the people and every creature to share.
Okay.
Everyone was now a sorcerer. And united, the peoples of Rivellon pushed back the God King into the very depths of the void.
Oh, great.
Ushered in a new golden age of peace and prosperity.
That's what we were hoping for.
But alas, it was not to last.
Oh,
With
well.
many greedy for wealth, power, and position, the struggle soon began anew. Source, the very language of creation, was used in violence once more. The never-ending contest for power continued. As for me,
so there's
I was
not
freed of the tyranny
gonna
of the
be
God King.
an overall
To atone
good
for my
ending.
sins in this world,
The most
I
like
spent
good
the
for the
rest of
world
my
one is
days
shutting off the
taking care
source.
of the sick and elderly.
But I don't think we're gonna do that.
I would tell the story
Yeah, no,
of the Godwoken to anyone who would listen. The story of the greatest heroes Rivellon had ever known. The heroes who chose not to close the veil.
Alright, I can live with it.
I mean, so I guess
Well, here we are again.
technically the best result is that you do become Godwoken,
Now
and
that there's not to be a new divinity.
She drums her fingers testily on her crossed arms.
All that work, all that effort tossed into the gutter like a malformed child.
World's better without a
Say
tyrant.
that now. Let's see how you feel when you realize the true implication of a world filled with sorcerers. Never mind. I'll find another way.
She fingers
Said
the
this
mask,
already.
covering her face.
We've come a
Still
long
not
way
removing
together.
it.
I did my best by you all the way. Sacrificed much.
I mean, so it honestly seems like the best result is that somebody does become divine.
Take a moment. Relax. Enjoy.
That one just the fight continues.
Yeah, the war rages on between the divine.
The best one for the like world is you like shut down source. Like everyone was happy and peace, and the God King was gone. I don't know. I will take credit for the Golden Age, and in keeping with tradition, we will take no blame for what happens after.
Yes. I'm sure our characters were long dead. You'll have to figure out what happens in Divinity Original Sin 3.
So, a world full of sorcerers. What do you make of it?
I predict chaos. Utter chaos.
Then perhaps exciting times await. After everything we've seen, I get loot. So, Chief, I mean, if you want, maybe I
suddenly
see you.
Okay, Los's is mostly the same as well.
Fane's is pretty much the exact same.
And I would
Fane's is the same.
I would assume that Laura's is mostly the
It
same.
gives me almost as much pleasure to speak to you as it does to be whole again.
So I talked to Han. He said, I feel weird, like there's something in my tummy. But first matters I must attend to. Your bill for all the work I've done for you. He taps his fingers and mouth silently while he counts until he arrives at an acceptable figure. 1,300,000 dozen and 50 gold pieces.
1,300,000 dozen 50 gold pieces.
I laugh and tell him I've got a better idea. So I can either say he's a true warrior and I'm in need of a bodyguard. I can ask him to be my special advisor, my right-hand man. I can drop my voice to a whisper. And I need him to spy for me, someone to dig up dirt on enemies, or point out that being an adventurer is no laughing matter. I could really use someone to keep you cheered up.
Keep you cheered up,
That's
I
the
guess.
Jester option.
Oh, because your character's a jester?
Yeah, we'll go with that.
I'm talking to the Lady V, by the way.
He's not telling Terra, so that works. I mean,
so we can actually depart. I figured there was a way to exit this.
Yeah.
If you talk to the actual Lady V, she asks if you wish to depart. You can do so to see if there's any final elf moments.
Stuff is the same. No one else really has anything to say.
Yeah, Jahan is fine. He just hates demons.
Can chat with the figurehead.
Yeah. Honestly, I'm not sure what ending I would prefer or where things are best for the world, but at the very least, I can say that it's cool because there are a couple of different options.
None of them are the out and out best.
Yes. Well, there's obviously a bad one where Brachus wins, and that sucks.
Are these the options you had?
Those are the same ones I said number one.
I will always be an ally to those that carry swords. I am at the ready.
Ready to go?
I suppose so.
You look out to the endless beyond. The sun's light plays upon the waves, just as it always did. The sails flutter in the wind, just as they always will. And yet, something is different. You are different. And with a start, you realize where you must go next. You speak the command to the Lady Vengeance, and another chapter begins.
Oh no, another chapter of the video game? What is happening? Wait, what?
I don't think so.
I'm ready.
I think there's a metaphorical another chapter.
Oh, okay.
The world was at peace, at least for now.
What a play-by-play?
Few were as prepared for the new world as the lizardkin of the ancient empire. With power spread equally throughout the world,
there were so many lizards they all
advantage lay
attacked.
with those who knew how to steal it, and at this, the lizards excelled.
Okay.
Justinia returns to her throne. Under her rule, the Dwarven kingdom prospered, until 2 years later, a jealous lover stabbed her in the heart with a mutton fork.
Well.
Justinia.
With
Watch
their
this
power
saucy-ass
returned,
elves.
the elves reclaimed their lands from the death fog and began to rebuild.
Good.
Soon they would split as two factions sought
God damn
power.
it.
Bad.
One to bring back the trees, the other to bring back the scions.
Nope, well, they're only killing each other, I guess.
A dwarven joke did the rounds. It ends with the punchline, so Lucian dropped the death fog on them again.
Ew.
Ew.
Only the elven Godwoken could bring the elves together once more. And in a dark forest on the far side of
This
the
dude
desert,
who's got a dude
well
on a
beyond the
leash.
high seas, the Black Ring
Oh,
came
fuck
together
you.
once more. The island of Fort Joy, the old redoubt of the Source King Brachus
Redoubt.
Rex, was
That was
turned over
redoubt.
to the people of Driftwood to use as they wished. They turned it into a holiday resort.
Awesome. Well, also
Reaper's Coast
worrisome.
prospered.
Okay, short and sweet.
The fisheries
okay,
returned,
we're getting a little
and
more.
the fertile farmlands produced the greatest harvests the surviving farmers had ever seen.
Hooray!
Alright, we unfucked the fishies. Awful
Bloodmoon
island.
Island became particularly
Boo.
fecund, its soil producing the greatest crops.
Oh, Awful
A
Island is now
particularly
fecund.
crimson-fleshed orange grown on the island became a delicacy across half the world.
I don't think you those oranges.
It's a blood orange, in case anybody
The black
get
pits
it.
took fire. The oil there burned.
The black pits have been
still.
burning for 7 billion years
I
now.
knew Carnium would get that right away.
Driftwood became a center of industry, trade, and transport.
How much of this is affected by what we did?
Does bridge business take off?
Lohar became mayor, and Brayton Barnes grew rich until, after a public argument over import duties,
He was stabbed by a
Barnes
mouse man?
died in an
Oh.
accident,
That's the
buried
worst
under
thing.
several tons of fish, and also stabbed in the back with a gutty knife.
Give him the old Rasputin.
Yeah, Lohar doesn't really fuck
Your
around.
lizard lover from the Black Bull Tavern finally returned to
Yes.
the ancient lizard empire.
Wait.
There to found the newest and most popular of all the houses.
Yeah, because of all the stuff I
House
taught
of
her.
Love. Megan left his overdemanding
You're getting a
wife
different
and
one.
began
Oh
a
wait, no.
relationship with a local
You're.
bard.
I didn't have that
In the
lizard
spirit
one.
of loving
I skipped that one.
generosity, he returned the ring
They
to
gave
his
me
now
like 3 on the
ex-wife.
elf.
In a fit of rage, she threw it into the sea.
Again? This fucking idiot? Oh my god.
The nameless isle had vanished. Although only open water remained, by
Did you get the
instinct,
lady,
ships would
like the
steer clear.
blonde paladin lady?
None
No.
of the captains could
Yeah,
articulate
it gave me a couple
why.
different ones.
It's probably based on the interactions we had individually.
Yeah.
Millennia later, adventurers would come in search of the legendary divine city of Arx and the crypt of the great Lucian. None would pass the path of blood. Young Han went into the theater and
Hey!
became one of the realm's most popular actors.
Han is an actor now.
Oh, I told them to be a little jester.
Almira and Mihaili settled in an abandoned homestead. The locals liked and respected Almira. She never wanted for help, and deals always fell to her favor.
No kidding.
Outsiders were often suspicious, but no local would
Wonder
speak
why.
against her. With no new divine, Malady
Okay,
found
could be
herself
worse.
in a predicament. She had an important problem to solve, but no ally strong enough to call upon, and so her search continued.
Oh god, I want to see what the resolution of that
Having
is.
performed the greatest act of necromancy in history, Tarquin found the new world
I don't think
unchallenging.
you actually
He
get
became
it. I think it was
obsessed with
DLC that
rumors
didn't
of
happen.
another plane of existence. One day he vanished and was never seen again.
So we got real high one day.
Took too much acid and he ascended.
With the source released to the world, Ahu the wizard spent more and more time as a cat.
Good call,
One day
Arhu.
he decided he would not change back.
Yeah.
Valid. Fair.
With Amadia silent,
Just fuck it, I'm
the
a cat
priestess
now.
Gratiana left the swamps and re-entered the world. With more undead
remember
than
this
ever
person.
before, she founded an abbey in the Dragonspine Mountains, offering them shelter from hatred and
Oh,
fear.
good. What a nice ending for the undead. Or for that lady in particular.
Jehan, the demon hunter,
Jehan.
found himself at a loose end. So, he opened a museum of demonic artifacts.
These are all
After it
really
burned
beautiful
down,
paintings,
with
by the
Jehan
way.
inside,
Oh, yeah.
witnesses claimed that the flames were the color of blood.
What?
Oh, Jehan.
As the forests grew anew and the elves were equals at last,
Or who
shared
began as a
elven
cat
knowledge of
and the horny
source with the
princess
world.
locked him in a
But
tower
some
and turned
elves
him into a human.
disagreed and plotted against
Damn.
her.
Ah, fucking Sahelia.
Oh yeah, you crazy
Chief
blind
amongst
one.
her opponents was Tova, Sahela's own mother.
Fuck Tova.
As Source flooded Rivellon, Fane set out to record everything he could of this new world. As he travelled, he kept a socket peeled for signs of the Eternals,
socket.
hoping to
Fucking
find the
badass.
wife he'd lost. He's still looking.
Losa!
Returned to her music
Chance.
and enjoyed a storied career as Rivellon's premier musician. Dark moods would at times overtake her, and she would spend long hours walking in the wilds.
That's a mood right there.
She always returned with a new song. And then there was you.
That's 4 people.
Covering bases.
Another.
You
Okay.
returned to the world a sorcerer among many. Your future was yours to decide.
The dwarf.
Did you accept your new status with humility? Only you know the truth.
Feels like I have a few more elves to kill.
Only you know if you atone for your sins.
I feel pretty good about my sins.
Made possible by PBS viewers like you.
Didn't
Well,
have
hot
to click
damn.
that. Huh. Well, everyone, that is officially credits on what.
Like our Hang Namdar has a rainbow name.
Oh yeah, wow. I wonder if it's because it's Pride Month. Their name is Rainbow. That would be so cool.
Yeah, that is a wrap on Divinity Original Sin 2.
Yeah.
It has become, I believe, the second longest of the D-pad Let's Play streams that happened.
Yeah. So, way back when we first started playing Divinity Original Sin 2, I basically used it as a ploy because, you know, it happens real fast and lots of stuff gets in the way and you've got a lot of things going on in life, but it had been a long time since Dave and I had been able to sit down as brothers and like actually play a game, just us two, not an online shooter competitive thing, but just something explorative and fun like this. And
So we could do it for like 120 hours.
yeah, man. I mean, that was my goal. I wanted to bring you into the D-pad. I wanted to play a game with you. It had been a long time, and mission accomplished.
Fair enough, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, this was kind of the jumping off point for me joining into the D-pad. I sat in on a few of your Azure Dreams streams, and at a PAX years ago, I got a mic shoved in my face for a live stream.
Mm-hmm.
That was about it. But no, it's been super fun. The game's great. As you can see, like the ending and kind of thing that you would receive when you're playing through it is likely much different than we got.
Yeah, I can't recommend.
Fortunately, the brand does not scrub off.
Nope.
It seems to be permanent.
Nope. Scarred there forever. For anybody who hasn't seen many of these streams, or for anybody who's seen little chunks of it here and there, there's 40 to 50% of this game we haven't even touched. Things that are locked behind access and particular characters, things you have to be a bit more evil for.
Another 20-25% of this game we probably just moved around.
Yeah, we just skipped quests here and there. I cannot recommend
kind of thing.
I can't recommend this game enough, especially if you have somebody who is very close to you that you want to play it with. It's fantastic. Both Divinity 1, Original Sin 1 and 2 I've played with someone close to me, and it's a game I can't recommend enough.
And it does make me very excited for Baldur's Gate 3.
Seriously, yeah, looking forward to Baldur's Gate 3. Hey, thank you, Carnium. Thank you very much for the bits. Yeah, so in regards to thank yous, my first thank you was to Dave for playing this with me. We hadn't really had a game on our Twitch channel that was 2-player at the same time. It was kind of a new thing we were trying, and it really has been a huge amount of fun for me personally. So first of all, thank you to Dave. You already know how I feel. The second and perhaps biggest thank you that I wanted to throw out there was to all of you watching. This is a long game, and it's story, it's explorative, it's not fast-paced, and the amount of you that stuck around with us throughout the whole course of it, we all now share the legend of Jeffril and David.
Quest.
And the Brother Quest
to ride again whenever Baldur's Gate 3 fully comes out.
Oh, Brother Quest will ride again. But yeah, just a huge thank you. This is one of the longest things I've done on the D-pad, one of the longest things on the D-pad.
The longest for me.
A very different kind of game for stuff that we've played, and a lot of you have stuck with us for 100 hours. You've helped us on the quests by giving us information, laughed and cheered and everything along with all of our decisions, gotten angry at some of the decisions we've made, which is totally legit. You know, all of you guys who have been with us on this, a huge thank you for sticking around with us, and I hope you enjoyed it.
Yeah, definitely a big personal thank you and acknowledgement to Carnium, as well as to Evil Hippie, but especially Carnium got very used to receiving a draft that he needed to record from me at like 6:30, and I was like, hey, can you have it by 8? And he would send it by 7:30. So got real good at dealing with my late running ass.
I'm gonna throw out one of these both for Hippie and Carnium.
Last time.
There you go. There's your last time. Yeah, what else you have, Dave?
Well, it would not have been nearly as much fun to write that stuff, and it would have been very dry if I just had to read it. So it has been, you guys have taken what I wrote and made it a lot more fun to listen to, so I appreciate it. Like it's been a blast getting involved and you know, becoming a part of the channel and all this kind of thing. Fortunately, it's not like we're done. You know, I'll be back on Monday, and then you guys will get to see what Jeff reveals for his new stream game.
I'm gonna do it at the end of this stream, so right before the dismount. I'm just thinking about more thank yous.
Next Wednesday stream is just the 3 hours of last times in a row.
Thank you to everybody who's like rated us or thrown down gift subs or bits or anything like that throughout the course of the stream. It's huge, and like, you know, it really means a lot to us putting down your time, effort, or literal money in support of us doing this. It's a big boost to what we do, and it means a lot for those who can give that you have given. So that's a huge thank you on that part, because there's been a lot of people who have been very generous and very lovely throughout the course of this stream, this 120-hour game so far.
Very much appreciated.
I think a special Particular commendation goes out to Alxbrit, who has been our reliable and dependable moderator in this game for probably the 100 or whatever hours it's gone on. Thank you, Alx, for defending us from "Do you want to be famous by 1,000 followers for $4.99 USD at longurl.com." Is this a male version of Losa's song? Oh, I remember the French trollers. Yeah, you know what I mean, though, Alex. So the defense of the stream from assholes and charlatans is much appreciated. 117 plus hours, see, dude? God damn. So it was not an overstatement to say 120. I'm sorry. I had a more graceful outro plan, but I'm just really thrown off by male Losa singing "Listen" suddenly. I guess shout out and thanks to all the Kickstarter supporters who are currently being listed. We're only at a perfect gift sub. Good to know, Alex. Alex will most likely be starting streams of their own soon, so keep an eye out for that. I'm sure they'll be posted in the D-Pad Discord. Shit, Dave. Who else do we have to thank? This one goes out to Mama Hook.
Oh, yeah. Runner of the Hook Halfway House for Wayward Children.
Yes. Thank you for being our mother and confidant.
Just general patience and not drowning us as children. When
yes. Yeah, Mama Hook had to deal with a lot of shit for us to make it to this point in life, so...
Yeah. Quick thank you to Jenny for putting up with me streaming 120 hours of a video game instead of paying.
Yes. That is a very, very well-made point. And it makes me so happy that you and Jenny have, like, kind of taken...
She wants to stream Stardew.
I think that would be so much fun, and I volunteer to live in
a game that I don't know, but she knows like an encyclopedia. There you go.
Jenny and I will be able to take care of it. Apparently, I have 233 hours in Stardew Valley, and that honestly is more than I thought it was.
Yeah, just kind of made possible by viewers like you. Honestly, it's a blast. Like, playing through games like this is fun, but playing through games like this, when you have, you know, a group of people watching and commenting and being interested, just makes it a lot more fun.
Seriously.
These might take a while, by the way.
These are the Kickstarter credits that's going to be running for the next like 10 minutes. I probably will hit. Sorry, everybody whose name starts with something past J. But
I
like
hit escape and it just kicked me back to the main menu. So
yeah. All right. I think I will also hit escape. Well, that brings us 142 on Steam and 100 on Switch. Yeah, you may actually have me beat in terms of hours, Alex.
I think Jenny has like 500. Don't quote me on that.
Yeah, do you want to do your dismounts and goodbyes and stuff, Dave, and I'll take the outro and whatnot?
Yeah, it's been a blast. This is not goodbye, even though it sounds super dramatic. It is. We will see you all later, and you'll get some more new content mixed in. Monday's wrapped up It Takes Two, so we're going to start filtering in some new games and checking out new stuff. And then, yeah, Jeff will be back on Wednesdays, reclaiming his spot. But it's been an absolute blast. This game is a hell of an introduction and commitment to start with. And, yeah, thanks for coming along for the ride. Brother Quest will return.
Yeah, following that up, everybody in chat, cheers, raise your glass to Dave officially finishing his first game on the D-pad. First as in, like, the first one he started, not because he technically did It Takes Two already, so. But point is...
live streams and that.
Throw down... Oh, that's a sick emote that C-Dude has. Throw down a sip, everybody, for Dave finishing his first game. I would like to say, again, thank you guys. It was also a blast for me. I love games like this, explorative ones. It was honestly a little unknown of how Dave and my playstyles would come together, but I think we actually did really well. He kept me moving along while I was, staring at shit in the in-betweens and stuff, and I kept him invested in some of the lore, and I don't know, I think we really worked well together, and it was awesome. As Dave said, Wednesday nights will be back to Just Jeffries for at least a little while until we have whatever the next two-person or Brother Quest game that we do is going to be. And on that note, I will now announce the patrons did hear about this, I think, maybe 3 or 4 weeks ago. But in terms of my Wednesday streams going forward, I'm going to be switching things up a little bit. To my knowledge, we haven't really had an FPS on this channel in quite a while. And we haven't had an FPS with a story and a heart. Because I wanted something on the shorter side, a little more compact, a little more, cinematic and intense and interesting. And that it's been in my Steam library for years and years, and I have yet to play it. And I have some affinity for the character from my youth with the PlayStation 1. I have decided for Wednesdays for the next, I don't know, we're going to say 4 to 8 weeks. This is not that long of a game. It'll be over in a month or two. I'm going to be breaking into Tomb Raider 2013. That is the new reboot series of Tomb Raider. It's not the original Lara Croft, obviously. It's Lara Croft, Far Cry /
not necessarily an
Uncharted
third-person action shooter.
Yes, yeah.
Look on.
I love Lara Croft. I love Tomb Raider. It is, it's a game I've been meaning to play for probably 5 years now. I just never really had a chance to get around to it. It's going to be cinematic. It's fun. It's going to look amazing. I turned all of the settings up to ultra hyper max, and because it's a game from 7-8 years ago, my computer is like, yeah, no problem. So it should be a lot of fun. I will be starting up Wednesday of next week with episode 1 of Tomb Raider 2013. And hell, who knows, if we really enjoy it, then maybe I'll do some of the sequels like Rise of the Tomb Raider or the other ones. But at the very least, we're going to do Tomb Raider 2013 starting next week. And you can tell whoever you wish about it, because the moratorium for patrons knowing that ahead of time is now off.
Mm-hmm.
Well, big boy sweet Dave, I think with that we've actually gotten everything finished up for this stream. Do you have anything else to add before we dismount?
And it's been fun. We'll see you guys on Monday.
Yes, thank you again for everybody watching. Take care. All of our love. Be safe, be kind, be well. And we'll see you on Sunday for some fun stuff, but Wednesday back here for some Tomb Raider 2013.
If you missed the intro, it's definitely worth watching. We might just post the audio clip onto the D-pad Discord.
Yeah.
But we'll get when the VOD goes up, you should check that out.
Go watch that shit again. All right, that'll do it for us tonight, everybody. Have a good night. Take care. Catch you later.